All right, welcome back to our Assassin's Creed stream. This will be, I think, episode 6, because I obviously have been keeping track of how the episodes have been going. Today I'm being joined by my friend Lorax. Say hi, Lorax.
Top 10 numbers from 1 to 10.
Okay.
Number 5 may shock you.
We were just talking about the memory sequences. Anyways,
Okay.
let's get this started.
Hello. Yeah, no, like I said, like I'm not. I know some stuff about like the events of this game. Like I do know the story. Talking.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
Okay.
I
I know.
Rested? Ready for your remaining trials?
I am, but I'd speak with you first. I have questions.
Ask then. I'll do my best to answer.
The merchant king of Damas murdered the nobles who ruled his city. Majd-ad-Din in Jerusalem used fear to force his people into submission. I suspect William meant to murder Richard and hold Acca with his troops. These men were meant to aid their leaders. Instead, they chose to betray them. What I do not understand is why.
Is the answer not obvious? The Templars desire control. Each man, as you've noted, wanted to claim their cities in the Templar name, that the Templars themselves might rule the Holy Land and eventually beyond. But they cannot succeed in their mission.
Why is that?
Their plans depend upon the Templar treasure, the Peace of Eden. But we hold it now, and they cannot hope to achieve their goals without it.
What is this treasure?
It is temptation.
It's just a piece of silver.
Look at it.
What am I supposed to see?
This piece of silver cast out Adam and Eve. It turned staves into snakes, parted and closed the Red Sea. Ares used it to start the Trojan War, and with it a poor carpenter turned water into wine.
It seems rather plain for all the power you claim it has. How does it work?
He who holds it commands the hearts and minds of whoever looks upon it, whoever tastes of it, as they say.
Then Gagne's men?
An experiment. Herbs used to simulate its effects, to be ready for when they held it.
Talel supplied them. Tamir equipped them. They were preparing for something. But what?
War.
And the others, the men who ruled the cities, they meant to gather up their people, make them like Gagne's men.
The perfect citizens, the perfect soldiers, a perfect world.
Robert de Sable must never have this back.
So long as he and his brothers live, they will try.
Then they must be destroyed.
Which is what I've had you doing. There are 2 more Templars who require your attention. One in Acca, known as Sibran. One in Damas, called Jubair. Visit with the Bureau leaders. They'll instruct you further.
As you wish.
Be quick about it. No doubt Robert de Sable is made nervous by our continued success. His remaining followers will do their best to expose you. They know you come, the man in the white hood. They'll be looking for you.
They won't find me. I'm but a blade in the crowd.
Here, my gift to you, in gratitude for the good work you've done.
Classic Altair sword.
So there was an interesting bit of dialogue in there that is actually it does come up on the iceberg that I was talking about earlier.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually like 6 layers down, which surprises me. But the implication that like Jesus was real in the Assassin's Creed canon, used pieces of Eden.
Yep, they go into that kind of stuff a lot. I mean, remember the whole... Not to go too much in depth in case there is someone in this that'll watch this that has not yet been exposed to the 15 plus years of Assassin's Creed content. The whole idea of like the creation of humanity is fair, and they have that set, and it has its own mythology.
Right.
So with that, yeah, they define like the roots of all of Christianity and all the religions based around basically characters abusing using these pieces of Eden. And they never really, they don't usually make that like front and center. That's usually like a subtle extra detail that you'll find in one of the truth puzzles they would do in AC2 or Brotherhood.
Right. It's just that's just one of those like that's one of those lore details that like that's why part of why I love this franchise so much.
And that's why the
Stuff
earlier
like that.
the earlier games did that so much better, I think, than later games. I mean, they've been doing it. They've been. I think later games have decided to use the vagueness of their lore to be able to justify more fantastical events, as opposed to using it to kind of hint at pretty spectacular twists to history that they'll never really go in too deep with, but just knowing,
Right.
like knowing that George Washington was in possession of an apple, or that Napoleon was, or that Nikola Tesla used one. Those are just small hints. They've never really. I guess they kind of dubbed into the Washington one a bit, but
I honestly, the Tyranny of King Washington DLC from 3 is one of my favorite Assassin's Creed stories, and I kind of wish they would do more of those like alternate history takes.
I was surprised. Like I played that fairly late compared to like
Yeah.
a lot of people. Like I played it whenever the remaster came out in the season pass for Odyssey. That's the first time I played the Tyranny of King Washington. But I'd heard a lot of like bad things about it being a bad DLC, terribly written and like really poorly optimized.
Oh.
The optimizing thing is true. That being said,
it's-
I'm surprised
it's
how
off the
much
wall.
I kind of liked it.
Yeah,
Like-
no, I think it's cool. Like I loved the concept of the different like animal powers that Rahata Keton could use.
Oh wow, you use the Kanya
I
Kanata name.
call him by his native name. Yes, I do.
There you go. But
I love the backstory with his like with his Connor name, like why Achilles names in that. But I don't know, like I prefer calling him Rahata Keton.
Atun the Gaten, I think. We'll
I
get
don't
to
know,
we'll get to that one.
I know. Oh, I know we will. That is the problem with using that one is like different characters do pronounce it different ways.
I think the voice actors were never sure how to say it, except for the few that were actually Native American. But
But no, I love the animal powers concept.
honestly, that whole DLC, like all 3 episodes, it just felt like an Assassin's Creed 3 fan fiction, but like a really fun one.
That's why I love it.
So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. You missed it. Yesterday, Sendro and I we came to the conclusion that the biggest threat to the Holy Land are these guys in gray. Because, I mean, they're everywhere. They only exist to heckle civilians. And, like, that's the only place you'll see people in gray uniforms like this. But every kingdom has them. So, my hypothesis is they're more dangerous than the Templars, because they're just everywhere.
You must die.
Thank you.
He tried.
Thank you. I'll find a way to repay this kindness, I swear.
The thing about like you talking about like Assassin's Creed fan fiction, when like something that like I've not really thought about it like a lot, but one of the things like Revelations even kind of had a bit of that like fanfic quality, just with the whole Ezio meeting Altair thing.
That was fan service, definitely.
What would cause him to
I mean, that's easily one of the
Again.
best moments in the whole frickin' series.
Oh,
And
yes.
I knew you would agree with me on that one.
Oh, it is so well done.
I cannot wait till we get to the Ezio trilogy. That's kind of why I'm rushing through this one. I just want to get to 2.
Oh,
I love
obviously.
AC1, but it still is a case of AC1 walked so that AC2 and Brotherhood could run.
Even including Brotherhood, I consider that one a really underrated.
Well, it's not even that was.
Installment.
I wouldn't consider it underrated because that's one of the ones like everyone will say was one of their favorites. Honestly, I actually think it's overrated compared to Revelations because I think Revelations for the longest time no one no one cared for it because it didn't innovate too much gameplay wise. But like looking back on it and like the story and how they
Hero of Damas.
captured
Come here, stay
Ezio.
a while. Tell me all about your adventures.
I'm afraid I don't have the time.
It's now gained more popularity
Yeah.
Too
among
important for
among
now.
hardcore
It's
fans.
not that.
No, of course not. How may I serve you then?
Al-Muallim has asked I take the life of the one they call Jubair.
Ah, Salahadin's chief scholar. Strange choice of target, in my opinion. But who are we to question the master's will? I'm sure he has his reasons.
Then you're familiar with the man.
He's been quite busy these past few days, organizing the scholars and sending them into the streets to preach.
What do they speak of?
Light and fire, cleansing sins, apocalyptic nonsense, if you ask me. All this talk of paths and a new world.
What about this new world?
Couldn't say. I don't pay attention to the ramblings of madmen. Much too busy with real work.
Very well. I'll walk among the people, see what I can learn. Where would you suggest I search?
South of here, you'll find an academy and a guard tower. They're both good places to search. There's also a hospital to the east you might want to visit.
I'll begin at once.
So eager. You've certainly changed, and for the better, I might add.
The ultimate Altair simp.
Naturally, it's the same guy that voices Leonardo da Vinci.
I did not know that.
Yeah, that's why I was talking with Sendro about this guy yesterday. It's just like, I can't not hear Da Vinci because I played AC2 first, and I played it through many more times than AC1. Like, I always hear...
New game theory. Is this character actually related to Leonardo da Vinci? That's just a theory.
That was necessary.
So have we talked about whether or not, like, we think the movie is canon or not?
I think begrudgingly they've said it is canon. The events that happened in the movie did happen. I've never actually seen the movie because why the heck would I?
It is very boring.
Well, even the trailers, it looked like, the gist I got is it looked like it was like 20 minutes actually Assassin's Creed and like 90 minutes modern day.
That's basically what, yes.
Which, why would they do that?
Let's take the parts of the games that no one actually cares about, except for a very niche part of our audience, and make that the focus.
I am part of that niche. I do think the modern day is important to the series and need to keep it. That being said, it's never supposed to take precedence over the historical part.
No. And the worst thing about the movie that at least to me, is even when they are in history, they keep cutting back to the present. Like, the fight scenes, they never just focus on, like, the classic assassins doing their thing. They keep cutting back to Michael Fassbender in the Animus.
Yeah. And the Animus design in that game is just so ridiculous.
Oh, it's so dumb.
It's like a freaking claw.
You have to match their movements in order to maintain synchronization. It's like, you
No.
didn't have to make Desmond do that.
No, it's the Matrix, basically.
That's the point of the Animus, is that you
It's a
don't have to do all
chair.
this.
They have cup holders, I'm pretty sure.
I think so. It's an RC gaming chair.
It kind of is. I mean, if you AC2, it's like a nice. It's like the PewDiePie chair.
Yeah. That was something that, like, when you get to 4 and like that, the modern day storyline, and like that one, I actually do love the whole like game studio aspect of it, because it's like, that makes sense.
Yeah, honestly, a lot of people hated that. I thought it was kind of cool because you could find little extra lore bits in the computers, and it wasn't an invasive story really. Like, it wasn't long periods of time you were ever out of the Animus.
Yeah, no. And like the way that 4 handled the investigation aspect of the modern day, and like the way it tied into the main Black Flag campaign, it actually was very well done.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Plus, I do think that like a lot more people focused on that game's modern story, just because you had like the lingering question of everything that goes on with Desmond.
Yeah, what's going on to happen next for Juno? Because back then we all thought that was actually going to be a storyline.
Yeah, that.
It wasn't just going to be a comic wrap up.
Before they said nope.
We're just not going to do this. We're gonna. I forget if they did that before they introduced Layla or not. Where like they just decided we're not going to continue this story at all. We're just gonna.
That's so dumb.
Yeah.
So that would be like if Infinity War came out and then the entire story of Endgame happened in a comic.
Pretty much.
That's basically what.
That's what happened. Look, another tower. Looks like the Galata Tower from Revelations. I'm so excited to get to the Ezio trilogy. Like,
oh yeah.
I'm going to do my fake Italian voice so many times, and I'm sure it'll annoy anyone that watches this, but I am not going to apologize once.
I mean, you can't not play the game about the Renaissance Italians and not do the Italian voice.
Ezio
think that's
Auditore.
I think that was the secret, like, 11th commandment.
You cannot play the Ezio trilogy without going somewhat Italian. This is not my Italian voice. I don't
That
know.
was not
This is
Italian.
Russian. This is Russian. I am very happy Italian man.
Oh, hang on. I need to bring this up. So this is one thing I was reading through this Assassin's Creed Iceberg thing. And there's one in particular. There's kind of two, but one of these.
Can you explain again what the iceberg is? Just
Yes. Okay. So the icebergs are basically it's this new internet trend where basically people go through different fandoms and franchises, and they look up different like levels of information about said franchises, and they basically tier them in terms of what is obvious information and what's more of a rabbit hole that you have to actually like. It's not apparent upon reading what it is. What the topic is about. Now that being said, this one top layer of the Assassin's Creed Iceberg is The Witcher 2. Is there an Assassin's Creed connection to The Witcher 2?
there's in The Witcher 2. I don't know if you ever watched a playthrough or played that one. In the first battle in the game with the lavalettes, once you actually get inside the wall and get into town, if you wander off the path a little bit, you'll see there is a dead priest-looking guy in white and red robes, just dead body right outside of a bale of hay under a tower.
Okay.
And it just Geralt has like a comment about it.
Bad news.
I forget what he says exactly. But
That's awesome.
I suppose that's actually good news. I even found a letter on him which I gave to Nemair, who said he'd find you and deliver it. But from the look in your face, I suspect this hasn't happened. Go on then. Don't waste any more time with me. Seek Nemair and get that letter.
Oh god. Oh, run.
okay,
But,
parkour system, don't fail me now.
But yeah, the thing with the iceberg, so yeah, it'll be different levels of information. And there's one in here. It's at the very bottom layer, which means this is gonna be like some huge, like, really hard to find type of thing. Now, I found it after like a single Google search, so I don't know why it's all the way down here.
Okay.
I think just because like the amount of people who may not have heard about it. But it's simply Academy of Champions Soccer. That is the only clue here.
Academy, can you say that again?
It is Academy of Champions Soccer. That's what this clue is.
I'm assuming that must be something from like one of the truth segments that I never did. I don't know that one.
That's your guess?
Yeah.
Okay. Academy of Truths Soccer, or Academy of Champions. Yeah, sorry. Soccer is a cartoony Ubisoft published soccer video game. Now, because it was Ubisoft published, they had access to all the characters in Ubisoft's library.
Oh my gosh.
And so,
Here,
it had
take
guest characters.
I've been looking
And I'll
everywhere
explain
for you.
who in a moment.
Now I can finally return to Masyaf. Last time I offered to do someone a favor.
This game allowed you to play soccer with and controlling Sam Fisher from Splinter Cell. Hang on, let me find the thumbnail. 'Cause I did look. Hang on.
Yep. While I murder someone. Obviously.
Okay. So it allowed you to play soccer with Sam Fisher from Splinter Cell, the Raving Rabbids, Rayman, the Prince of Persia, and Altair from Assassin's Creed.
When did this game come out? Was this like 2007?
When did this come out? Let's see.
Remember, in AC4, you could get, if you get enough challenges, you could have it so that all enemies were replaced by rabbits.
It was 2009.
Oh. Okay, I'm surprised they didn't go with Ezio for that one. I guess it was still pretty
Well,
early.
that's because
It just came out.
because it just came out, and also this is another part of the iceberg. See which layer is it on? Yes, here it is. Same tier. Soul Calibur 5 is canon.
Wait, really?
That's actually in here. Yeah. So yeah, for anybody watching who does not know, the Soul Calibur franchise it's a 2D fighting video game series which has very synonymous for having very weird and very random choices for guest characters. I'm pretty sure one of the games has Darth Vader and Yoda, and the same can fight, like, Spartans from Halo.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's real. I know it. If they aren't in the same game, then there are two separate games. One has Spartans and one has Darth Vader and Yoda. And like I think Geralt is even.
Geralt is in the newest one, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. One of the games has Ezio Auditore da Firenze of Assassin's Creed fame as a guest character.
And he has like a flintlock pistol in that one.
That doesn't surprise me. But yeah, according to this tier of the iceberg, that game is supposed to be canon, and I'm guessing it has something to do with, like, those games have, like, arcade modes, where, like, there will be some, like, character-specific ending if you, like, play through the game as them. So I'm guessing there's something at the end of Ezio's arcade mode that ties it together.
Huh.
Like imagine if they pulled a Tyranny of King Washington.
Just had, like...
Spoilers. It's like a vision.
Just like the Apple.
Yeah, messing with his head, exactly.
I mean, with some of the stuff they've pulled, like after Curse of the Pharaohs, all bets are off. Just how crazy the Apple can canonically make people.
Yeah, what happened? So for my personal backstory, after Syndicate, I kind of dropped out of the Assassin's Creed franchise. Like, I don't really know anything that happens in Origins, Odyssey, or Valhalla. So what happens in the Curse of the Pharaohs?
Well, basically, an apple's involved. A priestess, I think it's a priestess, gets a hold of it, and yeah, this is spoilers, I know. But it causes people to basically have vision. Like the idea of the DLC is you're able to go to multiple areas of the Egyptian afterlife and face bosses that are basically Tutankhamun and like Nefertiti. And the explanation for it is it's all the apple messing with you and everyone else's mind. So it's kind of a BS reason for it, but it's a cool DLC, so.
Yeah.
Alright,
I wish to see him, to hear him speak.
It can be arranged, but we must be careful. There are still those who reject illumination. They would harm him.
Then they are ignorant and afraid.
You seem sincere, but how do I know I can trust you?
It hurts me to even hear you ask the question.
Very well. We gather each day in the madrasa. He comes to speak, and then leads us into the city, that we might cleanse it.
Could I join you then?
Understand that it is a difficult path we walk. Our work demands sacrifice.
I understand.
Then come and meet with us. Let us see how strong you really are.
Demand sacrifice? Well, maybe if you actually got lunch every once in a while, I'd believe that a bit easier. But no, it's always, oh, Abdul, go get the food.
You
Abdul,
always use the demand sacrifice excuse every time. I hate it. I'm always the one to have to do the sacrifice. And why am I having to fight people?
Why are you getting assaulted because the women attacked you?
It's because they all know to look for the guy in the
victim
hood.
blaming. I will not be assaulted.
Well, the thing is, it's their funeral, literally, so I felt like I needed some blood, you know?
No, I saw the one in the stream the other day where, like, your whole assassination got butchered from a drunk guy.
Yes, that one! Oh, that one's still salty. The moment the cutscene ended, I get shoved by the drunk.
Hey, you freaking idiot! Are they drunk? Because I always assumed, like, whenever I watched this before, that they were, like, diseased.
I think it's a bit of both. A lot of them are definitely being portrayed as drunk, although you could just say they're insane, since I don't think mental health in crusading Holy Land was very much taken into consideration.
I would assume if you even like did like a type of thing, they just killed you.
I mean, not quite, obviously, because there's still enough of them around to mess up my assassination. But
found the one.
I found him. Kill him.
Kill him.
If you look at other parts of my stream, there's been multiple times I just get fed up and kill one of those people.
And I love when the game does like the, oh, warning, this assassin didn't actually kill these people. I'd just be like, oh, like hell they didn't.
I did.
Yeah.
There's no economy in this game. Stop bothering me.
I have nothing.
I understand
Neither
everything.
do I.
Just for that, I'm copying a field. There we go.
Oh no.
It's what it looks like. Okay, whatever merchant is selling this pot, they must be making bank.
They are bank. Yeah.
They have got all the money.
Game theory, is the man selling the pots an actual Templar leader?
That's the next target.
We found the place. It's just as you described it.
I suspect he'll want to deal with this himself, and quickly. Best we say nothing to the others.
A wise course of action. Truth be told, I'll be happy when this business is done.
Soon, my friend, soon. Today should see the last of them put to torch. Boy, come here. You still have the letter I gave you?
Yes.
Go and deliver it there. You'll find the one it's meant for inside the madrasa.
You know what I really want? I really want for the next Legend of Zelda game. I want it to be set entirely, no explanation. It's just entirely set in like the modern day. Like the world is exactly the way it is right now, and the new Link like shows up, and he discovers that the newest incarnation of Ganon runs a pottery barn.
It's like, I have trained my whole life for this situation.
I want that.
Oh my god.
That's like that was a meme I saw. It was this like, it was some market. It was the photo was some marketplace, but it was like all these pots were laying around, and then it just cuts to Link, and it's like heavy breathing intensifies.
Legend of Zelda, Breath of the, department store. That was funnier in my head. Speaking of breaking pots.
Do you think Hyrule has its own version of the bull in a china shop saying? Instead of a bull, it's like the hero of time around pots.
You're like the master of the Triforce in a... I'm gonna basically say around pots again. I'm not as clever. I also don't remember. My only exposure to Legend of Zelda series was Breath of the Wild, and I didn't even finish that one.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
Like, I think the next one's gonna be Breath of the Wild 2. I thought.
It is. Like I think that's the future of the series, except for some callbacks.
Yeah.
Like they didn't they remake one of them, one of the classic ones?
They've kind of remade all of them, I think. Like, or maybe not remade, but like they HD ported a lot of them. Like the 3DS got Majora's Mask.
I know. Yeah, I know. I think they also got. Didn't they also get Ocarina? I thought they did.
I thought the Switch got Ocarina as well.
I don't believe the Switch got that one. Because I would have played that. Because I'm actually curious about that one. Because that's like everyone knows that one.
Well, I don't know. A lot of people know Majora's Mask as well.
Yeah.
Like that's
the same era.
A lot of people. Oh yeah, no. Well, they have you heard like the trivia about that? After Ocarina came out and it was like a huge success, the developers were basically given like a year to put together a sequel. So a lot of Majora's Mask is the same assets from Ocarina of Time.
Right. I didn't know that.
They use them thematically. So like it makes sense for the story.
Huh, I did not know that. Honestly, most of what I know about Majora's Mask is from the Ben Drown creepypasta, so...
Yeah.
that was just a classic.
That's one of the podcasts I listen to. Their whole thing is reading like creepypastas and like internet urban legends, and like one of their first episodes, I think it's one of their first 5, was the Ben Drowned.
Yeah, I mean that was the first creepypasta I ever heard, was that one. Which is why, at first, I didn't realize it was a creepypasta. I didn't know what it was. So at first, me in my gullible high school years was thinking, wait, what? That's crazy! What? What? And then I realized, oh, wait, this is probably not real, right? Oh. I hope I never admit
Altair.
that I was
Their name is
confused by that on the
everybody's
internet.
lips these days,
Oh,
and
shit.
for once, their words are kind. If you're truly a changed man, perhaps you'd be willing to do me a favor. Jubair has employed certain merchants to spy on the citizens for him. They feed him names in exchange for gold. You would be doing all the city a great service if you were to find these merchants and destroy their stalls. This should end their evil.
Well, hey, if it helps, I went an embarrassing amount of time thinking that Slender Man was real.
Really? I once talked to someone that was like legit serious, like he was convinced that Slender Man was completely real.
I don't know if I ever went that far, but like there was a while where I was like, oh, is this a thing? Like,
We should do something about this.
yeah, I mean, like, obviously, like, drastically, like, yeah, I mean, this could be a problem.
Yeah, well, we gotta do something about this guy that just kills people in the woods. There's pages around.
We have to stop them before they make a crappy live-action movie about it.
It's one of the cases of it, it's a movie I'm glad I didn't see.
Oh yeah, it's basically The Ring.
Really?
There is like no real connection to Slender Man whatsoever.
Yeah.
Also, the fact that it came out like 10 years after the character was no longer relevant. You know, except for the horrible thing that happened in real life.
I don't remember anything like that happening.
Did you not hear about this?
No, I did not.
Oh, I don't know if I bring this up. It's a really sad thing.
No, it's okay.
I don't know. Okay, so basically these two like, I think they were like 13 or 14-year-old girls took one of their classmates out into the woods and stabbed her like 12 times.
Oh, dang.
And then when they were like arrested and questioned for it, they said they did it because Slender Man told them to.
Well, that's pretty dark, but...
And I mean, the victim survived, surprisingly.
Well, that's good.
Yeah,
I mean, she's gonna be
like
traumatized forever.
Oh, absolutely. And I think that the two who did it are in jail.
I would hope so. Like, they've got to be in, like, some mental... What is it? It's like some sort of, like, a juvenile detention. Not just juvenile detention. That's, like... That sounds like pretty significant mental issues there.
I think it was a mental institution.
In exchange, I'll share my knowledge with you. Your target is likely to be dressed, much like his followers. So here is how to distinguish him from the others.
I know what that's like.
He wears rich golden robes and carries with him a large pouch. Find him, brother. Make him feel pain.
First of all, because it's Eli. Your target is Eli.
That is a for those that don't know, that is a D&D group joke for our private D&D group. You're good.
But what I was laughing at first, the way he paused it, he was like, "Your target is likely to be dressed." Just stops there.
Okay, good to know. Good to know.
Also, Harry's like, "What's wrong with you? Of course he's dressed."
I hope so. If not, I have another reason to kill this guy. I don't.
I mean, yeah,
Altair doesn't screw around with public nudity.
Admittedly, if he's not dressed, that'll make him a lot easier to find. But
yeah.
I mean, why would you waste my time with this information?
That's all he gives me. It's just he's going to be wearing
he's
clothes.
Going to be wearing clothes.
You had nothing, did you?
No, I just wanted those stands just they
Wait a minute.
ripped me off.
Those robes are. You're not even an assassin, are you? He just runs away Zoidberg style.
Yeah.
Who even are you? Let's go kill this guy. Leonardo.
What news, Altair? I've learned much about my enemy. Share what you know
For
then.
instance, he wears
Jubair
clothes.
has become obsessed with purging the city of its knowledge.
The most terrible crime. Now I see why Al-Mualim wants you to remove him.
He's using the city scholars to assist him. They go out into the streets, harassing the people and collecting all their written works. I fear he intends to destroy them all.
He must be stopped.
That's why I'm here. He's to hold a meeting soon, at the Madrasa Al-Qallasa. It's where I'll go. It's where I'll take his life.
I'll leave you alone to prepare. Bring glory to the Brotherhood.
Do any future games do the feather thing?
Yes, not quite as like Bayek does it in Origins. So that is a Medjay tradition, Medjay custom that transfers into the hidden ones, which is what the earlier assassins are called. They do still kind of use, like Ezio never uses it. I think they still hint at it occasionally.
You think maybe that's why he collects, like, that's a...
Well, no.
Do you think they were going to do something with that, with the little brother collecting feathers?
They might have. I don't know if it was more of a... I don't know if it was more of supposed to just be kind of a nod to the game. But, yeah, I don't think most of them really did anything else with the feathers except for Origins. Alrighty. Let's kill this Nazi.
I was gonna say, like, the whole, like, just burning books thing. Like, boy, I hope no one else in history ever does something like this. It's criminal.
I can hear the books burning right now. Oh, yeah.
Every single text in the city must be destroyed. My friend, you must not do this. Much knowledge rests within these parchments, put there by our ancestors for good reason. And what reason is this? They are beacons, meant to guide us, to save us from the darkness that is ignorance. No, these bits of paper are covered in lies. They poison your minds, and so long as they exist, you cannot hope to see the world the way it truly is. How can you accuse these scrolls of being weapons? They are tools of learning. You turn to them for answers and salvation. You rely more upon them than yourselves. This makes you weak and stupid. You trust in words, drops of ink. Do you ever stop to think of who put them there? Or why? No, you simply accept their words without question. And what if those words speak falsely? As they often do. This is dangerous. You are wrong. These texts give the gift of knowledge. We need them. You love your precious writings. You do anything for them? Yes. Yes, of course. Then join them! Any man who speaks as he is just as much a threat. Do any else among you wish to challenge me? Good. Your orders are simple enough. Go out into the city. Collect any remaining writings and add them to the piles in the streets. When you're done, we'll send a cart to collect them, that they may be destroyed.
Do we have to burn the hentai? Yes, even the hentai.
The Templars in Damascus are really like, they're totally fine with just killing their own guys. Like,
I know.
All three of them have killed like their own subjects. Whereas I don't think the Garnier in Acre, he was obviously pretty brutal to his test subjects, and Montferrat wasn't. The Jerusalem guys, no, I guess the Mon guys I keep getting. Point being, the guys in Damascus just seems like they're not screwing around.
These are like obviously this was like the first game in the franchise, so like they didn't really like know where all they may have, but like these are definitely the most like just straight. Aside from maybe the Borgias, these are one of the more like just straight up evil Templars.
Well, at least in Damascus, honestly, the ones in a lot of the ones, like, their arguments make sense in terms of, like, you can see the logic behind it. Obviously, what they're saying and what they're doing seem to be two different things.
Right.
It's interesting. I just finished Valhalla recently and got to, like, the whole Order ending, like the Order of the Ancients.
Okay.
And I was surprised. Like, it actually, their way of, like, it being the precursor to the Templars kind of made sense, and explained why it seemed like in Origins they were very different from the Templars we know.
Okay. See, again, I don't know anything about
And
it.
I don't want to go too much in detail when we're not there yet.
Right.
But
That makes sense.
okay. So I'm looking for the one with the golden stripes on his wristband. I'm getting a phone call. 1 second. I should be able to cut that out, and this is recording.
Okay. Yeah, I was just rambling basically. I just went like, I wasn't prepared for being alone. How you doing?
I'm gonna see what that sounds like.
Yeah.
So that's at the 40-minute mark.
I talk a little bit about the Watch Dogs crossover that they did, but other than that, I didn't really say anything.
Yeah, I was talking to Zeke about that one.
Mm-hmm. They made that one non-canon.
Did they?
I think they did, yeah.
Why would they do that? That's the closest we've gotten to an actual Assassin's Creed moment in...
Genuinely don't know. Like, and I could be wrong. Like, that might just be like one person's impression that I'm just reading too much into. But from what I had read, I thought that they said it was just like an Easter egg, like fun crossover. It wasn't supposed to actually impact any stories.
Well, what are they doing with their actual story?
Again, I don't know. I haven't played the last 3 games.
I know, it's just like that's just my question. Like, what are they doing with the modern day and the last 3 stories? They've done very little. Like, Layla's story kind of is done, but that also... I don't know. Okay, where is this guy?
Which side do you think this franchise would say was responsible for the fire of Alexandria, like the library?
That was Caesar, and that was would technically have been the Order. That actually they did cover that one already.
Okay.
That was in Origins.
I was gonna say like, I'm gonna say this, and then he's gonna tell me the games did this.
Yeah, I mean Origins takes place at the time of Julius Caesar and Cleopatra, whenever the library burned, and one of the cities you can go to is Alexandria.
Okay.
People of Damas, you are doing the right thing. Let us cleanse this city of its poison past. This is a righteous act, and from the flames shall be born a new era.
That's
one
him.
of truth and unity, governed by a singular wisdom.
You.
Good people of Damas, you are doing the right thing. Let us cleanse this city of its poisoned past.
What sorcery is this?
This is a righteous act, and from the flames shall be...
What? Who? Where?
Who saw you?
Who saw me? Son of a... It is very hard to do well at this game.
I don't know. I genuinely don't know what just happened.
Let's see. Like, I was just getting into position, and the next thing I know, everything just goes to crap.
Oh, jeez. I think you ran into that awning before hitting the hay.
I'm good. There it is.
Unbeliever! He must... Why? Why have you done this?
Men must be free to do what they believe. It is not our right to punish one for thinking what they do, no matter how much we disagree.
Then what?
You of all people should know the answer. Educate them. Teach them right from wrong. It must be knowledge that frees them, not force.
They do not learn, fixed in their ways as they are. You are naive to think otherwise. You think illness, for which there is but one cure.
You're wrong, and that's why you must be put to rest.
Am I not unlike those precious books you seek to save? A source of knowledge with which you disagree, yet you are rather quick to steal my life.
A small sacrifice to save many. It is necessary.
Is it not ancient scrolls that inspire the Crusaders? That fill Salah ad-Din and his men with a sense of righteous fury? Their texts endanger others, bring death in their wake. I too was making a small sacrifice. It matters little now. Your deed is done, and so am I.
You damn right you are.
Game theory, did the Templars make Twitter?
Probably, honestly. I could totally see that being it.
Yeah. Mark Zuckerberg is a Templar? I know that's two different companies, but still.
Oh, crap. Haha! Street rat! Scoundrel!
Just a little stab, guys! Assassin's Creed, but it's a Disney musical.
That would be something.
That would really be something, actually.
I would totally watch that.
We should write that.
Oh my gosh. Assassin's Creed the musical.
Write lyrics to Ezio's Family.
That'd be a really boring Broadway song.
I don't know, if you like incorporate it into a ballad, that could actually be pretty interesting. Make it like an act one make the show like multi-generational, like covering multiple assassins, and then have the act one closer song be to the tune of Ezio's Family, and all the assassins that have been on stage so far come out.
I feel that'd be a new level of fucked up though, making like a production musical just about people that just go around murdering guards willy-nilly.
I mean, there is already a show called Assassins. Every character in it is like a historical assassin. Like, I'm pretty sure Lee Harvey Oswald is one of the characters.
Oh, well then I stand corrected.
Yeah, it would not be the most screwed up topic for a musical.
The Holocaust, the musical.
I mean, that's just Springtime for Hitler from the producers. I was gonna say, have you heard Sweeney Todd?
Fair point.
Like that
Hey, Sweeney Todd was an actual guy, wasn't he? Like that's technically a true story.
Was he a real guy?
I thought it was. I thought I don't know. It might have been like an urban legend. I thought it was a real person.
Let's see.
Yeah, Google it.
Altair, tell me you've met with success.
Yes. Jubair's fires are extinguished. His life as well.
Excellent news. I had no doubt you'd succeed.
You should have seen it. The scholars followed him so readily. Wasn't just books they fed to fire either, but any man who opposed them.
Such ignorance breeds only evil. You've done a good thing this day.
As with my other targets, he believed he was doing the right thing, clearing a path to a better future.
Of course he would. Such is the landscape of a madman's mind.
The things I've seen these past few weeks, it's as if all the land has gone mad.
And this is why we fight to end the war, that sanity might return. The people are desperate for direction. It's easy for men like Jubair to prey on this and turn them towards evil. You should go, Altair. Return to Al-Mualim. Tell him what you saw. Let him know the good you've done this day.
Safety and peace, Rafiq.
Upon you as well.
Fast forwarding memory to a more recent one.
So what's the verdict on Sweeney Todd?
According to this, it has been generally accepted that Todd never actually existed, and that, like Bram Stoker's Dracula, he is an amalgam of different sources, a composite of obscure horror tales, known murders, folklore, and the human fear of cannibalism.
Huh. I don't know why I thought it was a true story then. It's one of those things I think I just accepted that a long time ago and thought it was a story that people took and made much more fantastical.
Another of the named is put to rest.
Then it would appear your work is nearly complete and your status restored.
A question, Master, if I may.
Ask and I will answer.
Why these men, Jubair and Sabrand?
Ah, don't you see? They paved the way for change. Ensure threats both old and new are not given cause to intervene.
To weaken them is to weaken our enemy. I suppose that makes sense.
Were these men to continue their work, our work would quickly be undone.
How is that? We've caused them much grief.
We strike at the arms, yes. But this is a hydra that you face, and it is quick to replace that which is severed.
Then we should lop off its head and be done with this.
Soon, soon. We are close. Only one more man stands between us and our ultimate goal.
I will return to my work. The sooner this last man dies, the sooner I might face our true enemy.
Before you go, I have a question for you.
Of course.
What is the truth?
We place faith in ourselves. We see the world the way it really is, and hope that one day all mankind might see the same.
What is the world, then?
An illusion. One which we can either submit to, as most do, or transcend.
What is it to transcend?
To recognize nothing is true and everything is permitted. That laws arise not from divinity but reason. I understand now that our creed does not command us to be free. It commands us to be wise.
Do you see now why the Templars are a threat?
Whereas we would dispel the illusion, they would use it to rule.
Yes, to reshape the world in an image more pleasing to them. That is why I sent you to steal their treasure. That is why I keep it locked away. And that is why you kill them. So long as even one survives, so too does their desire to create a new world order. Take your equipment. Seek out this last man. With his death, Robert de Sable will at last be vulnerable.
It will be done.
Safety and peace upon you, Altair.
And it really doesn't surprise me, the whole, like, the Sweeney Todd thing. I mean, you consider how many, like, the big... Like, if I say, like, historic serial killer, what's the first one you're gonna think of?
Jack the Ripper.
Yeah, you think of, like, Jack the Ripper, Spring Heel Jack, that's a different one. Like,
I thought Spring Heel Jack was a ghost.
You better not cause any trouble.
Was that?
I thought Spring Heel Jack was a ghost.
Was it a ghost? Okay.
That's an old London ghost story. Might have been the kind of ghost that kills people, but...
Use free riding to escape from a fight.
But, like, Victorian London was kind of synonymous with serial killers.
Yeah. The grotesque and morbid curiosity of people in the Victorian era, especially at the heart of it in London.
Yeah. Search the frickin' thing. Google! What's wrong with you? Oh yeah, okay, yeah, Ghost Demon. Okay. I thought he was another serial killer. Whoops.
Don't mind me. Don't worry about me, fathers. Just standing here.
You think any of them at any point look up and like, wait a minute, what the heck?
Oh, they're just waiting outside for me to get there. They're so nice. I wonder how long they just choose to just stand outside of town, waiting for a robed assassin to come by.
And everybody who makes fun of this cites the whole, like, sitting on a bench is enough to fool the guards. I want to know, like, how are the guards looking at these monks and say, hey, wait a minute, that one's armed. That one has very clear weapons.
The Mecha Priest. That's what I was saying with Senjo yesterday. Not bishop, not archbishop, not even, like, cardinal, just Mega Priest. That's how old Christianity worked. You'd have actual, like, hierarchy of the church, and you'd have Mega Priests that could, kill people.
That's how so many mythologies got
Thou shalt not kill unless thou is a Mega Priest.
Jesus is back, and this time he's mad.
And he's done with your shit.
Yeah. For the grace, for the might of the Lord.
Thoth and Sabaton references into the stream.
Yay.
Hey, lady.
I'm a wild card. Oh, jeez.
I'm angry at you people with all your pots.
Break your pots and give you a concussion.
That's
just how Altair rolls.
Honestly, I feel kind of bad for doing that now. Do you think I should go apologize?
If by apologize you mean stab her.
I probably shouldn't go apologize. I probably will hurt myself.
Thank you for your concern, kind
Probably
citizen.
correct.
That's one thing I do miss from future games, or just like the random comments from the
Yeah.
street passers-by. They're like, that guy looks insane. Like he's like yeah, people would say that if a man dressed like this was running around the rooftops.
He must be crazy, or she must be beautiful.
Yeah.
I love that one.
Greetings, Altair. What news?
Al-Mualim has named another. Calls himself Sabran.
I am familiar with the man. Newly appointed leader of the Knights Teutonic, he resides in the Venetian Quarter and runs Akka's port.
I'll start my work at once.
Here are the places where you should focus your search. On the docks east of here, among the ships and their crews. At the chapel to the northeast, near the cross overlooking the port. And to the north, in front of St. John's Gate.
This is most helpful. My thanks for the guidance.
Altair.
Yes, Rafi.
I owe you an apology. For what? For doubting your dedication to our cause.
No, it was I who erred. I believed myself above the creed. You owe me nothing.
As you wish, my friend. Go in safety.
You might also get some information at the supermarket my medicine's in.
Yeah, to go to this stall and say these code words. Hey, do you have Rafiq's ointment? And I'll hand you a package that only I can decipher. Quickly.
And don't you mind why it smells like foot cream?
But why don't you go get it? Reasons!
Did you not hear what I said about foot cream?
Shall I repeat it for you?
Did I stutter?
Alright, I've got to pause real quick.
Okay.
And I will cut this out of the video. I will be right back.
Okay.
What's the viewpoint here? No.
Leave, peasant, before I make you.
I resent being just referred to as a peasant.
Just think about that line from Gravity Falls with Gideon. I can buy and sell you, old man! His dad just goes, fair enough.
Oh, Gideon.
That show, man.
That's such a good show. You can't not like that show if you've watched it.
Like, there's... Even if, like, you don't like the main characters, like, there is always a character that you can fall back on and love.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite episodes of that show will always be the one where Weird Al Yankovic guest stars.
Which one was that?
That's the D&D episode.
That episode is just something
I love
else.
that one. Like his line, or like they find him and he's like, impossible! How'd you get past my one guard? That is down as one of my favorite lines in the show. And like when they're going, they meet like the troll, and he's like, you like in order to wait, did you get hurt?
I think I did.
How did you get? You punched him.
I don't know.
You suffered the consequences. Who are you, Will Smith?
Every one of us, we made that joke in this one moment.
I went there. I went there.
Oh, we all have. When I was with Zeke the other day, he even brought up, like, it's now a verb. If you're slapping someone, you're Will Smithing them.
Yeah, you're Will Smithing them.
Ah, there's a burn on my back.
Don't worry, you wore the white robe.
This knife is not a perch, and I heard that.
This guy's got the right idea. He wore the brown pants.
You tell him I said no. I won't have you damn soldiers poking about in my business.
Listen here, old man.
No, you listen to me. This
See,
is
that guy's
my
drunk.
property, not his.
That
I
one's
don't
definitely
care
drunk,
if
yeah.
Christ himself put the man in charge.
He isn't asking. It's in order.
That's rich. The man couldn't order his way out of a burlap sack. I've seen the mess he's made of the docks. I won't let him ruin mine.
Just read the letter. You'll see his terms are quite generous.
I grow tired of this. Look, I'll consider what he has to offer, but I doubt it'll change my mind. Now go on, get out of here.
What would you do if that guy, instead of that, he said, like, that man couldn't order a McDouble at McDonald's, and then, like, the McDonald's, like, M just, like, drew itself onto the screen, and you just hear, ba-da-ba-ba-ba. What would you do if that happened?
They sold their souls. Ubisoft sold their souls. This guy. Oh wait, they're Ubisoft. They didn't have them.
Yeah, no.
Mother. What the? What?
Now, listen, Kalen. I know that.
I got hit again.
Okay, I think you just get hit when you punch civilians.
Okay, we're testing this
that's what
hypothesis.
What?
We're testing this. I do.
You just get hurt. You punch civilians.
Oh, because I'm losing synchronization points.
No. No, Wilson, you don't understand. I was trying to prove a point.
Well, luckily this guy's a coward, so we're good.
I'm not crazy. You're crazy.
This guy's a coward and doesn't want to just, die. Pussy.
Ugh.
Like, oh, for...
Oh, someone threw a rock.
Who threw that? Who threw that? You got a problem here? Was it you?
Was it you, baby? You think I won't punch a baby? I'll punch a baby. I'll do it. I don't care.
I'll also murder you.
I'll throw down with any girl.
I don't give a... There's always room for SAO abridged quotes here.
Is that the last of them? I hope so. Still, best not to take any chances. I'll hurry home. Don't think I'll leave it again anytime soon, either. You've done me a kindness, young man. Be assured I won't forget it. This is an ill omen.
Oh yeah, did you know that one of the Metal Gear games has an Assassin's Creed reference?
Does it really?
I think Altair robes are an unlockable like outfit in one of the.
Well, I know in Final Fantasy 15 you can unlock Altair and Bayek robes. Because I've used them.
Didn't they make like? Didn't they do an Origins DLC where you could ride a chocobo?
It's not a DLC, but yeah, they added that to Origins where you could have the Noctis sword
like
and the chocobo. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was a camel technically.
Okay.
But yeah, you can do that, and they had the shield.
So weird.
I liked the sword. I thought it was so weird. It was so wacky to have it in Origins, but it was also like it made a vroom noise and had like cool lights.
Yeah. That has similar energy to when Ghost of Tsushima allowed you to basically dress up as Sly Cooper.
I don't remember that.
It's an achievement on the PlayStation version. There's like a certain armor set, and then like there's the if you
aren't they all the PlayStation version?
If you what?
Aren't they all the PlayStation version?
Oh yeah, it wasn't exclusive. I forgot. Sorry. There's an armor set that if you dye it a certain shade of blue and then wear the raccoon tail sword hilt, you'll get an achievement or a trophy like Cooper Clan cosplayer.
Oh.
Yeah.
Huh. I should try that. Figure out which one. I feel like, is that the Traveler one? I feel like that's the Traveler's attire. That's the one that I can imagine looks closest.
It might be.
Cause what? Sly Cooper wears like a vest kind of thing. A blue vest.
The Gusaku's armor.
Oh. Really?
Yeah. And then there is also just a Cooper Clan headband that is just the Cain symbol.
Huh.
There's also one of the
headbands. Was that Sucker Punch that made Sly Cooper? Is that their IP?
Yes. Yes.
This place is
one of the headbands is. I was gonna say one of the headbands is also an infamous Second Son reference.
Oh, that's I know that's theirs. I
actually
thought they added a God of War thing in there too. No, I know it's not theirs, but that's another big PlayStation IP.
They did actually.
Yeah.
Was that you were saying they did, or?
I thought they did. Yeah.
Yeah, they did. One of the, I think in the Ultimate Edition, or like the one with like the extended story. I think they added a new armor and a dye set that gave you the Kratos paint.
That's pretty cool.
I cannot wait for the new next God of War.
Oh yeah, for Ragnarok.
Yeah.
I think it's funny that Assassin's Creed released something that also is called Ragnarok. That's also Norse mythology, acting like they think it could compete with God of War.
I know.
It's like, okay, it might be an okay DLC. I don't know. Not played it, but same name, same mythology, same year as God of War Ragnarok. What are you thinking?
Yeah.
This is like ratatouille. This is the ratatouille of gaming.
No. Not that. Don't remind me of that.
I just did.
Oh, I lost the game.
I lost the game.
I hear you're looking for
Everyone in chat lost the game.
Karam's found something you'd probably find useful. Best track him down if you want it.
Oh, you're a dick.
You're not supposed to be here.
You, sir, are not getting a 5-star Yelp review.
You are not.
Like I was watching saw a video. It was just titled like will Mjolnir be a usable weapon in God of War? And I'm like, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, if it wasn't,
how can they not?
Yeah.
Why would they introduce
That's like a completely no-brainer. Like in a series where he always takes the weapons of the gods he beats. Why the heck would it not be?
I'm frankly surprised he didn't take any of Magni or Modi's stuff.
I've been looking everywhere for you.
Yeah.
I stole this letter earlier today.
Probably just so they could. Probably so they made the Chaos Blades a bigger deal.
Oh, absolutely. Oh.
Whenever you got them, you only got those 2 weapons. So now you got fire and ice. Then you'll have, I'm assuming, lightning.
Now you'll have lightning. Now here's something I want to ask. Do you think like it will only be Norse gods, or do you think they'll maybe pepper in an Egyptian god?
Not in Ragnarok. They might tease it. It kind of depends on what's going to happen. I don't know if I need them to go to Egypt.
I would find it cool just for like the concept. Like Kratos versus Anubis or Kratos versus Ra. Like those would just be really cool fights.
In concept, yeah. In narrative, a sense of narrative, I think Norse is where they should stop with Kratos. Like just from it makes a more concise story. That being said, I don't necessarily want the end of God of War though. That's the problem.
Well, that's the thing. For Kratos, yes.
I don't want them to pirates. I don't want them to pirates for it.
Oh yeah, no. No, I was gonna say like, yeah, end Kratos with the Norse. Maybe the next game, if Kratos like dies, Egyptian mythology is very heavily like related to like death and rebirth. So maybe the next game could like focus on Atreus, and he's like trying maybe to bring Kratos back.
Kratos just can't stay dead.
Yeah.
I thought this was. I guess this isn't a viewpoint. Luckily, I remember. I think there's. Yeah, there's this guy.
Like I saw a really cool concept or fan art thing of like Atreus looking more like Loki, and he has this like double-bladed staff, and the blades at each end of the staff are the blades of chaos, and it looked really cool.
Huh, that could be interesting. I don't know.
Any attempt to maintain possession of a claimed vessel will be punished severely.
What if Ragnarok pulls like a Last of Us and actually has you play as Atreus at some point?
That would be well, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know if I'd like that. I kind of wanted maybe at the end. I don't want it to be a majorly Atreus game, basically.
Yeah.
Because he's still like 14, maybe 16 now.
That was just a what if.
Apparently I'm in an Arkham game right now. But like a really bad Arkham game. He hit him!
Oh, whoa!
Friendly fire.
Juked him.
Oh, that's okay. His brother showed up to help him. Oh.
It's not my fault.
I guess we're done now.
Following orders. If you want your ship back, speak with the court.
Altair POV.
That's not what I'm after.
Then what?
Sabrans claimed near 100 ships. For what purpose?
A blockade. They're to sail for open water and establish a perimeter.
For what? Does Salah ad-Din intend to strike from sea?
No, it's not he we defend against, but ships from home. To deny Richard more troops.
Why would one of Richard's own want to see him weakened in this way?
I don't know. Ask Sibran. They're his orders. I'm just meant to carry them out. Now, please, let me go. I've told you all I know.
I'm sorry. I cannot risk you telling him I'm here.
Saw nothing.
Where's the guard
that fight?
Oh, there's a guard there.
That fight was POV, you are Chris Rock against all of Will Smith's clones.
Gotta finish the fight. Oh, never mind. Come on.
You get away this time.
Maybe next time don't interfere. Next time, what are you gonna do? Next time, you gonna mind your business.
The POV, you just entered Baxian.
Another D&D joke.
Yeah. I am trying to limit those.
No, you're good. I mean, with the following we have no one.
Sure.
It doesn't really matter that much. It's a case of, right now this is kind of a time capsule of our conversations. If other people end up ever actually watching this and like there ends up being a following, I mean, they're still there. It's still a fun little thing.
D&D sessions.
Hmm?
And we will start filming the D&D sessions.
Yeah. I mean, I considered that for a second. I'm like, I'm still a brand new DM. I'm not gonna do that yet.
Yeah, nah.
Is that man thinking?
What am I thinking? I'm thinking of Striddles. Well, I mean, I'm running around a lot. I never get food. I'm shoved around by every drunkard. If I'm hungry, I want to talk about that.
Yeah.
I think I just walked right past it. Yes, I did. I just want to point out, I hate this assassination because it's on the water, and I can't swim.
Oh yeah. Again, I don't
Greetings,
even remember
brother.
this one.
How fares your search?
I've learned all there is to know about
It's
my
rough.
target.
Share your knowledge with me then.
Sibrand is said to be consumed by fear, driven mad by the knowledge that his death approaches. He has sealed the docks district, and now hides within waiting for his ship to arrive.
This will make things dangerous. I wonder how it is he learned of your mission.
The men I've killed, they are all connected. Al-Mualim warned me that word of my deeds has spread among them.
Be on your guard, Altair.
Of course, Rafik. But I think it will be to my advantage. Fear will weaken him.
Did you get my foot cream? I need my foot cream, Altair!
Don't tell Al-Mualim. He won't be happy. This is part of the mission.
Best DoorDash driver I've had yet!
That's the price for the feather. 1 foot cream, 1 feather. That is how it works. Ask anyone. Alrighty. He deserved that.
Come see what I've to offer. Everything's new, everything's perfectly priced. Ladies and gentlemen, I've gone mad.
That way is an option.
I've reduced all
They said
my
about,
prices
they said
by
about
half. Come,
Anthem.
come see what I've to offer.
I was gonna say Destiny at first, and I was like, that's the wrong game.
Oh. Lucky for me, these guys are morons.
Hey, do you think do you have peripheral vision?
Hmm.
Ah.
No. Hey, was there always a white banner above us? Oh no.
I mean,
Do you think we should look slightly up to see if that's a banner? Nah.
Wouldn't it be funny if he
Oh, what are you talking about? If that's what they want you to think. They want you to think if you look at them, that maybe they'll go away. If we don't look, we'll be fine. I really was rambling there. I had no.
No, you're good.
That.
I would have added to it, but I'm in the zone.
Yeah.
Oh wait.
See, now this guy has no excuse.
Yeah, he's like, oh, what you doing? Don't walk closer to me. Oh, what? Whatever you do, don't take another step. Oh, you took another step. Oh, right. Well, no more. No more. Oh, you just kept going on.
It's going.
Oh,
it's going.
I don't know what to do now. I'm not gonna lie.
I love these Arab Templars are British somehow.
Well, these ones are. These ones are European. Acre is largely
You're
European right now.
No, you're right. You're right. Yeah, I didn't think about that.
This is King Richard's territory right now.
Yeah.
And French. Some of them are French. I love that anytime we mention the word French, we make that joke.
Just kidding. It's like the Italian.
immediately make the finger sign with the Italian.
You gotta do the fingers, you gotta do the accent.
You are mistaken, Master Sibrand. I would never propose violence against any man, and most certainly not against you.
So you say, and yet no one here will vouch for you. What am I to make of this?
I live a simple life, my lord, as do all men of the cloth. It is not for us to call attention to ourselves.
Perhaps. Or perhaps they do not know you because you are not a man of God, but an assassin!
Never.
You wear the same robes.
If they cover themselves as we do, it is only to instill uncertainty and fear. You must not give in.
Are you calling me a coward? Challenging my authority? Are you perhaps
calling you an
hoping
idiot.
to turn my own knights against me?
No. I don't understand why you're doing this to me. I've done nothing wrong.
I don't recall accusing you of any wrongdoing, which makes your outburst rather odd. Is it the presence of guilt that compels a confession?
But I confess nothing.
You just said I was an assassin! Right, to the very end.
What do you mean?
William and Garnier were too confident, and they paid for this with their lives. I won't make the same mistake. If you truly are a man of God, then surely the Creator will provide for you. Let him stay my hand.
You've gone mad. Will none of you come forward to stop this? He is clearly poisoned by his own fear, compelled to see enemies where none exist.
Seems the people share my concern. What I do for Arcret! Oh, I got myself. Stay vigilant, men. Report any suspicious activity to the guard. I doubt we've seen the last of these assassins. Persistent bastards. Now get back to work. If you'll excuse me, I have to disinfect this gaping hand wound. Oh, we drink that water!
Alright, let's see how to do this, I think. So that's him there on that boat. Where is he going?
That's the wrong game. I should save that for Black Flag.
Yeah, I gotta hold off on that
yeah.
one. Even 3, you can do it.
It's not quite as satisfying in 3, I feel.
True. So I gotta play a level of the floor is lava here. Alrighty, so. I think he's in that. Oh, no.
No.
Don't kill me.
No.
I don't want to deal with a drunk guy right now.
Here lies Altair. He was pushed by a drunk guy. Here lies Altair. He could scale any building, and he could kill any man. But never ask him to swim.
What the? What the? Oh.
Okay. Now see, that guy was clearly insane. There's no way, like, you could not get me drunk enough to do that.
No. Well, maybe if you can swim.
Even then, I wouldn't trust myself.
He's on here somewhere. There he is.
Oh, they are putting Iron Fist on Disney Plus.
That was random.
Fine.
Sorry.
None of you will lift a hand in defense of your master. I'll take care of this heathen myself.
Would you like a lozenge, my friend? What are you shooting at? I get they're saying he's like paranoid and everything, but like legit, what is he shooting at?
He's not shooting at anyone anymore.
You are afraid.
Of course I am afraid.
But you'll be safe now, held in the arms of your god.
Have my brothers taught you nothing? I know what waits for me. For all of us.
If not your god, then what?
Nothing. Nothing waits. And that is what I fear.
You don't believe?
How could I, given what I know? What I've seen? Our treasure was the proof.
Proof of what?
That this life is all we have.
Linger a while longer then, and tell me of the part you were to play.
A blockade by sea. To keep the fool kings and queens from sending reinforcements. Once we...
Conquered the Holy Land?
Freed it, you fool. From the tyranny of faith.
Freedom? You worked to overthrow cities, control men's minds, murdered any who spoke against you.
I followed my orders, believing in my cause. Same as you.
Oh, you handled that pretty well. Oh, where did you people? What?
Now it's about not getting hit by rocks. There we go. Okay, I handled that like pretty.
You handled that really, really well.
Nope.
Oh. Uh-oh. Wait a minute.
Well.
How far back is it gonna put you?
Probably where he's dead. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that man's drunk in public. Kill him.
Nope. Nope, didn't want to do that.
Wow.
Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. How are they keeping up this well?
Holy crap, there's a lot of them.
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
I've run across multiple districts now, I want to point that out.
Yeah.
Screw it. Oh!
What is the point of these?
They're gardens. Can't you tell?
No, the lack of plants very much,
I guess AC2 has them as well, they're just smaller.
There is.
And notice how you're the dead one and I'm not?
Yeah.
Just want to point that out.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you over the sound of your body hitting the
Altair,
pavement.
you've caused quite a stir.
I've done as requested. Sabran's life is ended.
So it is. So it is. You should ride for Masyaf and inform Al-Mualim of your success.
Yes. I should return and speak to him. Of this and other things.
Is everything all right, my friend? You seem distant.
It's nothing, Rafik. Just a lot on my mind.
Talk to me then. Let me help.
I need to make sense of this myself first. But thank you for the offer.
It is the men you kill, isn't it? You feel something for them.
How?
Ah, my friend. You are not meant to enjoy these grim tasks. Regret, uncertainty, sympathy. This is to be expected.
I should not fear these feelings.
You should embrace them. They are what keep you human.
What if I'm wrong? What if these men are not meant to die? What if they mean well? Misguided, perhaps, but pure in motive.
I am but a Rafik, Altair, and such things are beyond me. Perhaps Al-Mualim can help you to make sense of it.
Yes, perhaps. Thank you, Rafik.
It is my pleasure to have served with one as skilled as you.
I see he is dead. I would walk over to you and congratulate you.
But
you
guess
see,
what?
My
My
feet
foot
are
hurts.
killing me.
Fast forwarding memory to a more recent one.
Not a lot of time, Vic.
Understand there's a narrow launch window.
Wherever it's hidden, time to retrieve it.
Working on it.
And when it's done,
He'll be taken care of.
I want that progress report by tomorrow morning.
I've got some work I need to do. So you've got the rest of the night to yourself.
How you doing?
I think there's a problem with the Animus.
Nope, it's working fine.
I'm pretty sure it just ejected me
I'm
when
pretty sure you should shut up.
You ready to finally tell me what's going on?
We have to stop them, Desmond. When they access that last memory of yours, they're just getting started. They want to change everything. The way we live, the way we think, the way we are. You've gotten the lecture from Vidic about what's wrong with the world, how we need order and discipline, so they're going to give it to us. Only we don't have a say in the matter.
How?
The Templar treasure. They think it...
Miss Stillman?
I'm here.
I need you to upload Desmond's files to the database.
Got it.
So, what is the Apple's timeline?
There's multiple apples. This one, I don't know how it got there. It might be the one from Origins. I know of at least two apples. Like, two apples. Like, I remember the locations of two of them. This is not the one that Ezio gets.
Okay, which is the one that Rahata Keton uses?
He never uses one. Oh wait, I guess. Oh wait,
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. Come to think of it, I don't actually remember where they got the apple in 3.
It's in. I know. Wait, is it?
Most of 3 is to find the vault. So I actually have no memory of how Washington got the apple. 'Cause that's not really a part of the story.
What is it that Crap, what's his dad's name?
Haytham.
Well, what is it that Haytham is shown in his like prologue? Is that the vault, or is that like a map, or what
It's
is
stuff
that?
about the vault, like the precursor notes about the vault. I really did. You're kind of picking on a brain that doesn't remember a lot of this. I don't really feel like going...
Oh, the village had the apple. That's where it came from.
The village had the apple?
Because I'm pretty sure that's what, like, gives Rahata Keton his, like, visions. With, like, the eagle and everything, and that's what sends him to Achilles. Huh. So they had the apple, and then Washington... No, that's why... Okay, that's why he had it to show it to Washington and for Tyranny of King Washington, because he knew it was there at the village. So it's where did they get it?
And that they might have gotten it from the vault. Well, they might have gotten it from Eivor, actually. That's actually a storyline. That's actually a storyline in Valhalla, a shorter one.
Okay.
Either way, we'll get to those later because I can't remember it offhand.
Yeah.
But one of the more interesting storylines when you go to Vinland, and it is the same area because the vault. You do see the vault door from AC3.
Time's wasting, Mr. Miles.
Yeah, I'm coming.
We're nearly done, you know.
And then what?
You'll see. Maybe they'll even let you watch when it begins. It's not as terrible as you think.
Look, I know you're not gonna let me leave. So why not tell me what's going on? Humor me.
I'm not an idiot, Mr. Miles. I think you've already learned quite a bit.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Of course not.
All right, let me ask you something else then.
Yes?
Some of the stuff I'm seeing in the Animus, sometimes it seems wrong. Untrue, like the history is off somehow. It doesn't
what, Mr. Miles? Match up with what you read on an online encyclopedia? What your high school history teacher taught you? Let me ask you something. Do these supposed experts have access to secret knowledge kept hidden from the rest of us?
There are books, letters, documents, all sorts of source material from back then. Some of it seems to contradict what the Animus is showing me.
Anyone can write a book, and they can put whatever they want on its pages. Anything. Used to be, we thought the world was flat.
Some people still do.
Yes, and they publish books about it. Or that the moon landing was a hoax. I believe there's also a book claims the world was created in 7 days. A bestseller, too.
Where's this going, Doc?
The point, I suppose, is that you shouldn't trust everything you hear, everything you read. What's that your ancestors said? Nothing is true?
Everything is permitted.
Yes, exactly. It's part of what makes the Animus so spectacular. There's no room for misinterpretation.
There's always room.
Touché, Mr. Miles. Now that I've answered your question, can we begin?
Yeah, whatever, Dick.
Want to say goodbye to the car?
Oh, 1 second. Let's finish
so
this game.
This is another thing that, like, I think I've thought about this in the past and it's confused me. Who all is related in terms of the generations?
I think Altair is related to Desmond on his mother's side, whereas Ezio is on his father's side.
Okay.
Don't know where Hatham and Connor
Where did
fall
Edward
in.
Hatham and Rahata Keton come from?
I'm not sure. Because remember, he was raised into a family that has been assassins for generations, obviously.
Right.
So, I don't remember exactly the lore of it. I think Revelations goes a bit more into that. They don't mention the Kenways. But,
then, doesn't it also imply that whoever the present-day protagonist of War is related to Desmond somehow?
No.
Or are they just going through Desmond's, like,
No. The most recent three, they've actually just had, direct, like, they've had direct DNA from the individuals they're reliving the memories from. Which kind of breaks some of the canon in terms of being how they can relive memories. But, like, they have Bayek's mummy. That's how they're reliving his memories. They have DNA from the spirit of Leonidas for Cassandra. And Eivor, they also have his remains. Her remains, technically. Technically,
Okay.
Eivor's female. It's kind of stretching it, but...
Oh my god, okay. So can we talk about that for a second? This whole, like, the way that the last two games have been doing the canon of stuff.
Yeah, that's... Well,
I hate that.
I don't like how they're
they're,
choosing
like,
a canon character
I
and stuff
hate
like that.
how they're like, yeah, you can pick whichever one that you want to play as, but also just know only one of them's actually real.
Yeah. I agree.
Because
I think they should just
you could've-
choose a character and make that character, not make it so that there's two and then do it badly.
Because you could make that, like, you could so easily explain why that is in lore. Like, you could just say there's something with the Animus, like, this is so far removed that we can't actually tell, like, which, like, what they look like. This is just how we're filling it in. And that way you could say both are canon.
They kind of did that, but then they wrote a book anyways. Like, it was still technically to the point in, like, Odyssey where it could be either were canon. The only reason that Cassandra became the canon was because they wanted to write a book. And then they wanted to add a Cassandra cameo in Valhalla.
Oh, yeah, that whole thing.
Honestly, I actually didn't hate those levels, I'm not gonna lie. I actually kind of liked that.
Crossover thing?
I kind of liked that storyline.
It's a cool idea, just they're using the characters that, like, if you didn't play as Cassandra, it doesn't make sense now.
It is annoying they do that. It's like, for one thing, but in both cases, my initial playthrough of both those games, I played as the non-canon one, apparently. Like, I played as Alexios and I played as Maleivor.
Yeah.
So, I guess neither of them are canon. Although, I'm sorry, Maleivor is the canon one. He's the better one.
Yeah.
It makes more sense for a Viking game. Like, for the Viking fantasy, I think it's better to be a guy for that. In my own opinion. Like, it's closer to what I see in TV shows and such. So if I want to relive that, I want to play as Maleivor. And also, if you're going by the who's the better voice actor, I've tried both. I like Maleivor way more.
Okay.
So, but yeah, it doesn't really even matter anymore. They're different games now.
Yeah. It's just, yeah.
I like them for their own reasons, but they've done a lot of bad decisions.
Come in, my student. We have much to discuss. We are close, Altair. Robert de Sable is now all that stands between us and victory. It is his mouth gives the orders. His hand pays the gold. With him dies the knowledge of the Templar treasure and any threat it might pose.
I still don't understand how a simple bit of treasure could cause so much chaos.
The Peace of Eden is temptation given form. Merely look at what it's done to Robert. Once he tasted of its power, the thing consumed him. He saw not a dangerous weapon to be destroyed, but a tool. One that would help him realize his life's ambition.
He dreamed of power then?
Yes and no. He dreamed, still dreams. Like us, of peace.
But this is a man who sought to see the Holy Land consumed by war.
No, Altair. How can you not see when you're the one that opened my eyes to this?
What do you mean?
What do he and his followers want? A world in which all men are united. I do not despise his goal. I share it. But I take issue with the means. Peace is something to be learned, to be understood, to be embraced.
He would force it.
And rob us of our free will in the process.
Strange to think of him in this way.
Never harbor hate for your victims, Altair. Such thoughts are poison and will cloud your judgment.
Could he not be convinced then to end his mad quest?
I spoke to him in my way through you. What was each killing if not a message? But he has chosen to ignore us.
Then there's only one thing left to do.
Jerusalem is where you faced him first. It's where you'll find him now. Let this final offering lend you strength. Go, Altair. It's time to finish this.
I give you this final gift. It is a nuclear bomb. Deus Vult, my brother.
Gonna nuke a megaton in Assassin's Creed. That'd be an interesting streaming series.
What, Fallout?
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
I don't know if I'd be able to have David Zeke on as a guest.
Oh no, he did it!
I already
He
screwed it
did
up before. We already screwed it up before.
I saw the episode, yeah.
But, I don't know if we'd be able to have him on as a guest. I think he would have an aneurysm with the way I play. He hates how I play as a, as like a gunslinger all the time.
Killing somebody.
Like, I avoid the energy weapons a lot.
Okay, I was gonna ask, like, as opposed to what? Like, fisticuffs?
No, I use, like, because if it's Tailored to Wastelands, if it's like New Vegas, like, powder guns are different from, like, energy guns in terms of, like, a skill set. So I put all my points into, like, physical pistols and rifles.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
I thought I saved this guy already.
At least from an aesthetic level, I guess. I don't know how it works gameplay-wise.
Hey guys, I just got a new sword. But it doesn't help if I don't lock on.
Hey guys, I just got
Let
a
me
sword
get it
that
out
already
first!
stabbed you. Oh, that man died in like 4 pages. I mean, many of them.
He's still alive, actually. No, this guy is.
He's not the last of them. I hope so. Still, best not to take any chances. I'll hurry home. Don't think I'll leave it again anytime soon, either. You've done me a kindness, young man. Be assured, I won't forget it.
Have I ever sent you the video? Somebody did a musical mashup of Ezio's Family and the Mandalorian theme.
Yeah, I think you did, and it worked really well.
It's
Was
really
it a
good,
Samuel Kim one? That sounds like a Samuel
Yes.
Kim one.
Yes, I believe so. Yeah, all the comments on that, most of them anyway, are some like, it'll be like the Assassin's Creed and then ends with "This is the way,"
Mhm.
or like some combination of the Mandalorian oath.
Nothing is true. Everything is the way.
Everything is the way.
Didn't work.
I beg of you, just a few coins, please.
What's got him doing? Now comes the English king and his infidel army. They leave horrors in their wake. Saladin rides to meet him.
The cities are very flat, I'm realizing.
Like in what way?
Like, the ground seems like it's one flat plane.
He's gone mad.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah.
Curse the Christian king and his army of infidels. They go against the will of God and must be made to pay. Everywhere they ride, they leave only.
But what is the in-universe cover for the bureaus? Like, why are they there? To the
They
rest of the
sell
corridor?
scented candles. I mean, there's no doorway aside from up, so...
Upon you as
Yeah,
well.
but the building still exists.
Fate has a funny way with
They sell
things.
scented candles.
So it's true then. Robert de Sable is in Jerusalem.
I've seen the knights myself.
Only misfortune follows that man. If he's here, it's because he intends ill. I won't give him the chance to act.
Do not let vengeance cloud your thoughts, brother. We both know no good can come of that.
I have not forgotten. You have nothing to fear. I do not seek revenge, but knowledge.
Truly, you are not the man I once knew.
My work has taught me many things, revealed secrets to me. But there are still pieces of this puzzle I do not possess.
What do you mean?
All the men I've laid to rest have worked together, united by this man. Robert has designs upon the land. This much I know for certain. But how and why, when and where, these things remain out of reach.
Crusaders and Saracens working together?
They are none of these things, but something else. Templars.
The Templars are a part of the Crusader army.
Or so they'd like King Richard to believe. No, Their only allegiance is to Robert de Sable and some mad idea that they will stop the war.
You spin a strange tale.
You have no idea, Malik. But tell me where they've been seen. I should be after him before he slips away.
3 places I can say for certain. West of here, near both a guard tower and a hospital. And to the southwest, at the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. See what you can learn. I will do the same.
I'll be quick as I can.
Stay safe, my friend.
Six-year-old me sadly flushes dead goldfish down the toilet. Mom, don't worry, he'll land in the ocean and be with his family there. The rats in the sewer system. Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys.
Wait, so I'm going to the Church of the Holy Sepulchre? What is the
I
Holy
think
Sepulchre
so?
supposed to be in town? I thought that would have been a little bit farther out of town. My knowledge of Christian history always implied that it was a little bit of ways out. It was embarrassing.
You just hear like the he just falls. You just hear the trash can rattling noise.
All right. Okay, so that should be the place.
No, you don't understand. I have
Well, the Ten Commandments are actually on this iceberg.
And not in occupation. There is no evil in their heart.
Well, no. Well, Moses had the. Was it the Staff of Hermes or? I think that's in AC2. They mentioned the staff that is a part of AC2, which is a different staff from the one from Odyssey and then Valhalla. There's the Staff of Ra, which is the one that Moses used, and then what became the Papal Staff. And the Staff of Hermes is the one that was hidden the whole time by Cassandra.
Crusader knights walk the streets of Jerusalem and not in occupation.
Well, now that I've looked it up, I think they might actually. I don't think they. I think this might not actually be referring to the biblical Ten Commandments.
Together, we might finally.
It looks like that there are actual like Ubis. Oh well, hang. Wait. Is you? No, okay. I thought a guy was talking in the.
Well, I'm gonna go down to that guy very soon, but you can finish your point.
Looks like there's actual like business Ten Commandments regarding Assassin's Creed, like how the games in the series should be made.
Yes, that exists. Those, yeah, and those are been completely disregarded in recent years.
Yeah, that's this guy describing it, talking about like that's why Odyssey's been so controversial.
Is it lasers? Are you watching lasers?
No, this is just a Reddit post.
Okay.
Welcome them with open arms. In this way, we might forgive the sins of the past and bring about a better tomorrow. We must be strong, we must be brave, and we must find the courage to face those we once called our enemies and now instead call them friends. The Crusaders come to Jerusalem, bringing with them an opportunity to end the fighting, to stop the war. That we may stand as one, we must not turn them away.
Leave me be.
His voice changed.
He's staring you down.
Just praying over here. I don't
Even
know.
if he just turned around and looked straight at the camera.
He just had like an Oblivion type voice change.
If we can all get to we can all get to some point where we can all be on an Elder Scrolls Online server at some point. That would be a cool thing to stream on here.
It would be. My only issue with that is that I know the amount of meta we know is like nothing. But it'd be fun as like a just chill, play some ESO.
Yeah.
What the, dude? Ugh. Oh, for. Well, it looks like you people are dying. I'm wasting all my knives right now.
Person asks, I need to lose 15 to 20 pounds in 30 days. Send me tips, legal and illegal. Person responds, clean veganism, daily exercise, plenty of water, plenty of sleep, and I cannot stress this enough, cocaine.
And so we must seize this opportunity. Begin a
I guess we're doing this again.
Make amends. Together, we might finally bring truth to the ever-ephemeral promise of peace. We must be strong, we must be brave, and we must find the courage to face those we once called our enemies and now instead call them friends. The Crusaders come to Jerusalem, bringing with them an opportunity to end the fighting, to stop the war. That we may stand as one, we must not turn them away.
Alright, why don't you go out and hand them all a Pepsi while you're at it? Mr. Why can't we be friends?
That'll solve the problem. Is he just gonna walk past the piles of bodies? Yes, he is.
Who did this?
Oh, someone didn't.
I have mother.
Not again.
I do not like the detection system in this game. This seems like a safe place.
2 weeks away from retirement.
Take yourself from my side. Teach you to take a fight.
Now.
I'm sorry, I'm a tree. I'm just here. Vibing. Hi.
There we go.
You speak of peace.
Trying to get something done? I'm just a tree now.
Just a tree.
I speak the truth.
Hey, Lorax, what the heck?
You're a Templar.
So
And you are also a liar.
Oh yeah,
and
so the
fraud,
reason I wanted to,
just like your
the
master.
reason I asked you to call me
Where is
that
he?
in
What
this
does
was
he
because
intend?
like I had the iceberg open and I was talking. I wanted to talk so much about lore.
Christian and Muslim
So like lore.
we want an end to all of this.
You're our walking database.
This is a noble thing, Swat. The land will be united beneath our banner.
United through force. You'd enslave us all.
It is for the best.
No, it's not. And so long as my brothers and I breathe, you will not
I wish I could say I can. As much as I wish I could say I came up with calling that's actually a Team 4-Star reference technically.
Ah.
And they were playing through the Ninja Storm games. One of the guys who had been like just watched Naruto, they called him their Lorax. And the funny thing is, he got a lot of stuff wrong.
Well, I mean, if you only just watched Naruto, that's not enough to be able to call yourself a Lorax. That's enough to call yourself an undergrad.
I mean, the whole thing. Like, I think he'd finished it.
Yeah, yeah, but I mean, only once.
What kind of loser only watched?
Like Zeke's only at that level. I've watched the majority of it twice. I'm that crazy, and I might watch it again. Because I like having background TV. And that's easy to do when you've seen it before. Some people watch The Office 90 times. I watched Naruto 3 times.
Yeah, and I consider those people insane.
I've watched that show I've watched The Office maybe 4 times total in 10 years. And it's always as I just need a background show.
Okay. I just put on a Game Grumps compilation when I need background noise. Backhand. It's a raining man. Hallelujah.
Oh, he figured it out. There we go.
I told you the thing about the song.
You try to grab me, I'm gonna. No, no, no,
no, karma.
You thought you could get me.
I told you the theory that the song's free falling, it's raining men, and let the bodies hit the floor are all about the same event.
One very twisted event. No, you son of a gun! So that
took a while.
That got a bit out of hand.
Let's all just take a minute, go down to the pub until it all blows over.
Oh, well, I think we can safely say that did not go quite the way we expected it would. Not pointing any fingers or anything, just saying it could have been handled better. I don't know why that turned into a British Django Unchained reference, but
I was referencing Shaun of the Dead.
My presence?
That will cost you life.
Dirty thief, I'll have your hand for that.
Let go of me, I've done nothing wrong.
I was thinking, what would the I Want song... I'm backtracking a lot. What would the I Want song in an Assassin's Creed Disney musical be?
Feathers? No.
It could be anything from like the Pieces of Eden to just
a
killing
sequel?
everybody.
I want a sequel.
Good to see you, brother. I trust you're here for the funeral. Or for Robert, rather. I've kept my eyes and ears open, but I've nothing to report. Things are quiet here. Perhaps Tariq has seen or heard something you can use. He's stationed not far from here. Go to him. See what knowledge he has.
Players just staring.
These racing objectives are way less interesting than when they have the AC2 music.
Oh, darn it, no, I can't rip.
It's like a more upbeat version of Ezio's Family. Oh, there's a car outside of your place.
Yeah,
Or a
my window is like right by the street. That was a truck.
Oh.
That's why my room is not ideal for a voice acting setup, because there's just way too many trucks that pass our house.
I mean, I know you can hear downstairs and there's a TV on. No, you can't right now, but my place isn't great either. It's fine though.
This map I've made will show you where he intends to station them.
put it to
No,
good
if I could
use.
actually, like... If I could move a lot of this stuff over to maybe the other side, like my closet's right there, I could probably soundproof that and try to use that. It's just a matter of, there's a lot of, like, odds and ends that I need to figure out where to store while I do it.
Right.
Help! I need help! Please, anyone! Why would anyone do this? Don't hurt me, please!
I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm just gonna hurt you really, really bad. Wait, I got that wrong. Shoot.
I don't want to kill you.
What would I
You
do
would
now?
complete me. I think we both know I'm better at the Hamill Joker than the Ledger Joker.
Yeah, well, that wasn't me. That was more me trying to do Jared Leto than
Oh.
Heath Ledger.
I wouldn't have known that one.
Yeah, that's one of his lines. Like, I'm not gonna kill you. I'm just gonna hurt you, really, really bad.
That sounds more like,
It's more like Jack Nicholson.
yeah.
Actually.
Well, I was gonna say that sounds more like Jim Carrey. Not Jim. Wait. What? Yeah, Jim Carrey's Riddler.
You must help me.
Really?
That's what it sounded like to me. I don't
Several
know.
archers posted in the region, so that our brothers might move around more easily.
No, he had no memorable
Normally,
lines.
it wouldn't be a problem, but this funeral
He
has
was the
everyone
only
on
somewhat
edge.
memorable part of
The
that
city
movie.
guard has dispatched its best men to keep the peace, and I simply don't have the skill to remove them. I'd ask 2 favors of you then. First, to kill the bowmen, and second, do not tell Malik of my failure. In exchange, I'll see what I can learn of Robert's plans.
Okay, you got it. Yeah.
I got a stealth assassination.
Okay, you got it. You got it. Hey, Malik! Hey, Malik! He failed! This guy failed!
Malik! Malik!
This guy's an idiot! He failed!
Stop him!
Oh, well, screwed that one up already.
Anyway, also, let's be fair about Batman Forever. Tommy Lee Jones' Two-Face is memorable, just not for the good reason.
Yeah.
Like Batman and Robin, like everyone remembers the stuff that happens in Batman and Robin, but not because they like it.
Right.
If you've seen it, I mean. Have you ever seen that movie?
I don't think I've seen much of it, just because I can only stomach so much.
Yeah, you're better off not.
You must help me deal with the archers, or there's no telling what Malik will do to me.
That one very much is, let's all just get together, get drunk, and watch this piece of crap.
I just know it has
that would
the Bat credit card.
The Bat credit card.
Never leave home without it.
And Arnold Schwarzenegger giving ice puns.
It's ice to meet you. Let's go kick some ice.
What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age!
Kill him!
So what got you guys started simping over Batgirl?
I think we were talking about Gotham Knights.
Okay.
I was talking about how I hope they give her like multiple outfit choices.
I don't know what the customization deal with that game is going to be, actually.
I hope they do have. They have to have some. In today's day and age, a game that doesn't have customization doesn't work anymore, unfortunately. In some ways, that's unfortunate. In some ways, that's actually not bad. Where is he?
I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that game. Like again, that would be one of those I'd play if there was like if I was with other people. But I don't think I'd ever take time on my own to play it.
I mean, after the Arkham games, like this is Warner Bros. Again, so, and it's the Court of Owls.
Yes, that I am excited about.
So I just hear from a lot of people that that's a really good arc. We'll see.
It's a good arc, and they're an interesting concept.
Yeah, I think more interesting if it was
like,
another Batman game. Gonna be honest, just playing as Batman.
I'm ever grateful
but...
for your aid. Malik would never have forgiven me. Here's what I've learned: for a man such as myself, a direct assault on the cemetery would be impossible. There's simply too many guards. Instead, I'd look to blend in with the scholars who are sure to be in attendance. It may not be the most direct approach, but it's certainly safer.
Which I think I said it when we saw the Batman. Like, if they don't do Hush as a future villain, I would love them to do the Court of Owls.
That'd be interesting. It's still sort of like I still can't tell what kind of if this is supposed to be closer to the comic book Batman or not. It's a really cool version. Obviously, the Joker was a bit different.
Yeah.
Although actually, once they took the mask off, he did kind of look like the Joker. Like, sorry, the Riddler.
Yeah.
No, you don't understand. I have nothing.
I loved the detail when they found his IDs. One of the names was Edward Nashton.
Mm-hmm.
That was a cool. I really liked that.
I thought it was always Edward Nygma, but
I think the Nashton thing is a recent retcon that they've done. Like, Edward Nygma is just a fake ID that he gave him, a fake alias that he gave himself to be more clever.
Mm-hmm.
While Nashton was always his real name. I think they even did that in Origins. Arkham Origins, I mean.
Well, it's still, yeah, they had him going still by Edward Enigma, but yeah, they might have had the actual lore behind it.
You are
I am glad that the Riddler's finally been done well.
I've learned much about our enemy.
Share your knowledge then. Let us see what can be done with it.
Robert and his Templars walk the city. They've come to pay their respects to Majd-ud-Din. They'll attend his funeral, which means so will I.
What is this that Templars would attend his funeral?
I have yet to divine their true intentions, though I'll have a confession in time. The citizens themselves are divided. Many call for their lives. Still others insist that they are here to parley, to make peace.
Peace?
I told you. The others I've slain have said as much to me.
That would make them our allies. And yet we killed them.
Make no mistake, we are nothing like these men. Though their goal sounds noble, the means by which they'd achieve it are not. At least, that's what Al-Mualim told me.
So what is your plan?
I'll attend the funeral and confront Robert.
The sooner the better. Fortune favor your blade, brother.
Malik, before I go, there's something I should say.
Be out with it.
I've been a fool.
Normally I'd make no argument, but what is this? What are you talking about?
All this time, I never told you I was sorry. Too damn proud. You lost your arm because of me. Lost Qadar. You had every right to be angry.
I do not accept your apology.
I understand.
No, you don't. I do not accept your apology because you are not the same man who went with me into Solomon's temple. And so you have nothing to apologize for.
Malik.
Perhaps if I had not been so envious of you, I would not have been so careless myself. I'm just as much to blame.
Don't say such things.
We are one. As we share the glory of our victories, so too should we share the pain of our defeat. In this way, we grow closer. We grow stronger.
Thank you, brother.
Rest if you need to, Altair, that you might be ready for what lies ahead.
And then they kiss.
Fast forwarding memory to a more recent one.
I ship it.
they kiss desynchronized.
Ah.
Do any of you guys own any of the Civ games? I feel like we've talked about this
I have Civ 5.
Shoot, I have 6.
I don't think I ever actually finished a game. Like, there were times I played, like, for hours and hours of that game and then just never finished it.
I've played one full game, and it ended in the most infuriating way possible.
Well, what country did you play as?
I played as Spain.
Okay.
Mostly because I didn't know. I still don't know if, like, how to choose which, like, nation you start as. So I just started a random game, and I just popped in as Spain. Yeah.
Okay.
But a whole game, like, well, as soon as like the UN, entered everything, and like propositions and votes started going together, I pretty quickly started gaining diplomacy points. So I was like, okay, I'll try and go for a diplomatic victory. At the same time, the second I met Montezuma, I hated him. And like, if I had gotten to a point I thought I could declare on him and win, I would have. Then at one point, Montezuma took Jerusalem. And the entire rest of the map basically said, okay, we're going after Montezuma to free Jerusalem. So there was a point in the game where the entire world was at war with the Aztecs.
Oh.
Over freeing Jerusalem. And I was across the pond from him. And for some reason, I couldn't attack him. It just would not let my forces cross his border in order to do anything. And I had like 2 giant mechs at this point, so I feel like I could have easily taken Jerusalem back and like won the war, but the game wouldn't let me do it for some reason. Then, the last minute, Montezuma took a diplomatic victory.
Okay, that's pretty dumb.
So the game went from everyone trying to kill him to he wins. I was so upset and so mad because, like I said, I had been like maybe 3 UN meetings, being like one diplomacy point away from getting the diplomatic victory.
You are not supposed to be here.
That's broken.
And again, like I obviously, like, it was like my first real game. Like I'm not that good of a strategist, so I don't really know how the game works.
Mm-hmm.
That was just I was upset.
Yeah.
I was mad. Like, I would have been fine if anyone else had won, but the fact that he won after that crap happened.
Yeah.
With that kind of victory, it wasn't even like a domination
Was it just a
victory.
glitch that kept you from attacking him?
I have no idea, because it wasn't just me. I was allies with one of the neighboring nations, and both he and I were sending forces toward Jerusalem, and he kept going like a troop would enter Jerusalem and then immediately leave. Like, I don't think he could attack either for some reason.
Huh.
So it may have been a glitch. I don't know. Like, my conquistadors went unavenged.
We gather here to mourn the loss of our beloved Majd ad-Din.
I actually came for the buffet!
Taken too soon from this world. I know you feel sorrow and pain at his passing, but you should not.
That's definitely a dude.
For just as we are all brought forth from the womb, so too must we all one day pass from this world. It is only natural, like the rising and the setting of the sun. Take this moment to reflect on his life and give thanks for all the good he did. Know that one day you will stand with him again in paradise.
Altair's looking like, wow, Robert de Saab's looking fine.
Yeah, Robert de Saab is hot.
Amen.
As you know, this man was murdered. We have tried to track his killer, but it has proved difficult. These creatures cling to the shadows and run from any who would face them fairly. But not today, for it seems one stands among us. He mocks us with his presence and must be made to pay.
Oh, I hate to be that guy.
Bring him forward.
Oh.
God's justice
everybody.
might be done.
All right, come for it.
I think if they wanted to, they could like reveal that like the Hitman games have taken place in the Assassin's Creed universe.
I don't know. I don't know enough about the Hitman games to really say much way on that. I never actually played any of them.
Basically, the only connection I have is that they both are like really good assassins. Like, I mean, I would personally find it cool to see Agent 47 in the robes. That might just be me.
Ah! What is this, Ghost of Tsushima?
I used to be an assassin like you, and then I narrowed the need.
Oh yeah, that's a man voice. Ah! I'm down to 1 health. Crap.
Freaking spawn snipers.
Ah!
Can you find the arch? Like, could you try and break off, find the archers, kill them, and take out the sword?
Mother. Whoa.
Oh wow, man! Oh my!
The rest of them died in the game too.
Use counterattacks when faced with multiple.
I was trying. There was arrows hitting me. Ah!
I don't want to say anything. I want to let you focus, but at the same time, like, also want to fill the dead air. Speaking of dead, punches a hand.
When you are exposed.
I guess they did mention I should have cleared out the archers first.
That's what I'm saying. Can you do so now?
What?
Could you break off from this fight, go kill the archers?
Hypothetically, yes. Oh my gosh. I can do that. No, no, no.
No, 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 no!
Dang it, dang it, dang it. There we go. Okay, she's definitely dead though.
Yeah, that's... Oh, okay.
I know she's not, because she's important.
I sense you expected someone else.
What sorcery is this?
It's a woman, Altair.
We knew you'd come. Robert needed to be sure he'd have time to get away.
Altair doesn't believe in women.
We cannot deny your success. You have laid waste to our plans. First the
And this
treasure,
is
then
like-
our men. Control of the
It's
Holy
like
Land
who he
slipped away.
eventually...
Yeah, this is Maria.
Then he saw an
Okay, yeah.
opportunity to reclaim what has been stolen, to turn your victories to our advantage.
Al-Mualim still holds your treasure.
Desmond's
We've routed
great,
your army
great,
before.
great,
Whatever
great,
Robert
great,
plans,
great,
he'll fail again.
Ah, but it's not just Templars you'll contend with now.
Speak sense.
Robert rides for Arsa to plead his case that Saracen and Crusader unite against the Assassins.
That will never happen. They have no reason to.
Had, perhaps. But now you've given them one. 9, in fact. The bodies you've left behind, victims on both sides. You've made the Assassins an enemy in common and ensured the annihilation of your entire order. Well done.
Not 9. 8.
What do you mean?
You are not my target. I will not take your life. You're free to go, but do not follow me.
I mean, everybody else
Need to.
was
You're
not my target
already too
also.
late.
We'll see.
Yeah.
But
those other guards that attacked me weren't my target either, but they weren't hot, so...
yeah. Altair is just the ultimate simp.
There's a classic beta male move, Altair.
That's like the equivalent of buying bathwater. Oh. Oh my god!
Oh crap! The entire army has showed up.
It's a mountain blade battle.
Virgin Altair versus the cat Ezio.
Ezio don't simp. There, you see the Jin Sakai voice actor? Or do that where it's like, Jin Sakai doesn't have sex. Jin Sakai doesn't fuck.
No, I haven't seen that.
It was beautiful. I love all those little, what are they called? Oh, everyone's here. Eagle! Oh god, what? No, bad, no!
Oh, okay. So YouTube is of no help when it comes to that. Type Jin Sakai doesn't have sex, Jin Sakai fucks, and the first video that comes up is someone's stream from like 2 years ago. Not even of Ghost of Tsushima. The first 2 videos have nothing to do with Ghost of Tsushima.
Wait. Oh, dang, I almost could do it. Screw it. You guys have earned.
I can't find it.
You guys have earned death by chasing me so much. I'm tired of running from you guys. You're too good at your job, so you have to die.
Alright everyone, we're here for your performance reviews, and the good news is you all did a very excellent job at being guards. The bad news is you all died because of it, and I am now talking to no one. I mean, I guess no, they're actually technically kind of crap at being guards. They only know you're here after the fact.
Yeah. Whoever's that Bell guy, though, he deserves a raise.
break his arm and throw him down. Why do you kick him? Just stab him. That's my question to Altair.
He likes to play with his food.
Have his arm.
Alright. I think I got away with it.
First try. No witnesses.
I am the world's best, most subtle assassin. Until Connor. When you can just literally litter the streets of Boston with poor militia.
He did that. I played that at my uncle's place for a while when he had it. I was at during the Hatham part, and literally like most of my time I was just spending running because I didn't have to worry about notoriety at that point, so I was just running around just murdering everybody.
It was a trap.
And then sometimes you would I would intentionally raise my notoriety too.
Robert de Sable was never here. He sent another in his stead. He was expecting me.
You must go to Al-Mualim.
There's no time. She told me where he's gone, what he plans. If I return to Masyaf, he might succeed. And then, I fear we'll be destroyed.
We have killed most of his men. He cannot hope to mount a proper attack. Wait, did you say she?
Yes, it was a woman. Strange, I know. But that's for another time.
Dibs.
For now, we must focus on Robert.
She
We may have thinned his ranks, but
I call dibs out here.
He goes to plead his case to Richard and Salah ad-Din, to unite them against the common enemy. Against us.
Surely you're mistaken. This makes no sense. These two men would never.
Oh, but
In
they
a
would.
woman in
And
war.
we have ourselves to blame. The men I've killed, men on both sides of the conflict, men important to both leaders. Robert's plan may be ambitious, but it makes sense, and it could work.
Look, brother, things have changed. You must return to Masyaf. We cannot act without our master's permission. It could compromise the Brotherhood. I thought you had learned this.
Stop hiding behind words, Malik. You wield the creed and its tenets like some shield. He's keeping things from us, important things. You were the one told me we could never know anything, only suspect. Well, I suspect this business with the Templars goes deeper. When I'm done with Robert, I will ride for Masyaf that we may have answers. But perhaps you could go now.
I cannot leave the city.
Then walk amongst its people. Seek out those who served the ones I slew. Learn what you can. You call yourself perceptive. Perhaps you'll see something I could not.
I don't know. I must think on this.
Do as you must, my friend. But it's time I ride for Arsuf. Every moment I delay, our enemy gets one step ahead of me.
Be careful, brother.
I will be. I promise.
That is dangerous, Altair. No, anyways, about this woman.
Yeah.
Tell me when to stop.
Cannot act without the master's orders. It could compromise the order. Dude, I just murdered like this city's entire guard population. I don't think anything is gonna compromise the force.
I'm pretty sure some of them, like, this was their first day. Like, this was day one of their guard training, and I killed him. Like, I didn't even think about it. I just killed him. And another one came up, and I killed him too. And you know the weirdest thing is,
One of them punched me, and I definitely killed him.
And the weird thing is, after all that, I really still feel fine. I don't know what that says about me, but that's just how it is. It seems.
Guilt-wise, I'm like completely
Nothing.
fine.
I could have just pet a kitten.
I'm assuming you've like 100% at this, right? Like getting all the flags.
Oh no, I haven't bothered with it, honestly.
Oh really? Okay.
I rarely bother with collectibles, if I'm being honest. I did the 100 Feathers in Brotherhood, and that's basically the only time I've ever fully completed one of them. I rarely do that in Assassin's Creed. When it comes down to collectibles, I usually don't give a crap.
Okay. I was just gonna ask, like, if you knew what you get, if you, like, do you get anything if you get all the flags?
This one, I don't know if you get anything. I know in Brotherhood, I'm sorry, in AC2 you get the Auditory Cape, which makes you always notorious.
What?
It's fun.
Why? Why would you ever wear that?
Whenever I'm done with the game, I just want to go around and kill things.
Okay.
It means I don't have to start the fight.
Yes. That's kind of a crappy reward for 100 feathers.
Yeah. Hence why I rarely do the collectibles. At least not ridiculously high number collectibles.
Be like, congratulations, Batman, you've collected all of my Riddler trophies. Here is a gun with which to kill yourself.
Well, what do you get in City when you complete the Riddler trophies? I know in Night you get the actual ending.
In City, you basically just get to stop the Riddler. Like you
get to vent and punch him a bunch of times.
Oh. Well, no, you don't even get to, it's a stealth segment. But...
What?
Mr. Man who got off of his horse!
Who's killed multiple of their friends.
Oh, you know, I just needed to pee!
You dare pee in my presence? That will cost you your life!
And your song!
There's a line like that in AC3 where it's like, maybe I'll take his hands, put an end to his surgering. Maybe I'll take his tongue, put an end to his waggling. Maybe I'll take his cock, put an end to it fucking with us.
I think I know what mission you're talking about.
I think that was early on. That was a Hathan mission.
Oh, then I'm not thinking of the same mission.
Unfortunately, I stopped because my fingers were getting kind of cramped from the keyboard. Bad time for that.
Hi-ho, Silver! Stop here.
Getting carpal tunnel. Okay. I got a few more seconds. Alrighty. Just,
He stopped! We can get him! Come on, boys! Hit him! Kill him! Hit the horse! Oh, crap! You started running again!
Sucks to suck! Remember, this is the time where you almost caught Captain Jack Sparrow. I hit a tree.
You know, that's a very Jack Sparrow thing to do.
Yes. The horse controls were not quite there yet. Hey, I'm gonna get all the points here. Ready?
Can't simulate a bowling sound effect, but that's what I was going for.
You guys really need to work on your fortifications. I'm literally just riding right through. You know, they made this very large kingdom area, and it is used for nothing aside from running around and killing people. Yes, this
has kind of the Shadow of the Colossus environment.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm going the right way, by the way. I'm not.
Oh.
Unless this way makes a turn. No, I'm just back at these ruins. That I just mess with those guys, right?
Hey, remember when I said sucks to suck? That was real fun, wasn't it? You know, like, good times were had by all, you know, funny jokes, you know.
Hey, you cut my horse! Alright. So I think I'll go this way, but I think there's a right I can take. I'm the world's best assassin. Hey, it's the same people! And more!
Are they even guards. I'm thinking those are just civilians.
Let's see. So I went this way. That's just the way I went before. So.
Yeah. Oh.
That guy's earthbending like the Avatar movie. That rock's just slowly flying past me. Here we go.
No. I regret nothing.
Suck a sock. Hey, old man.
Oh no.
Countering a strong attack will leave your enemy vulnerable.
There's the Crusaders. Those are some Saracens.
Oh boys, we're going to McDonald's!
The McLeav's back! Well, that's just infuriating. Sorry, boys. The game has sentenced you to die. Ow, or not.
I diagnosed you with dead. I feel like you could have just pushed him off the cliff. I feel like stabbing him was gratuitous.
I could have stabbed him or could have pushed him off the cliff, but I chose to do both. I'm not sorry.
I'll tell you if it puts in the extra effort.
I don't. You know what I'm about. I don't have two things. Ah! Camera, stop fighting me!
This is happening, game.
This is awkward. Ow. Ah, no, crap.
At least you're down here.
Yeah, that made it easy.
Have you ever seen the freaking the McDonald's commercial where like Ronald sees a kid like eating like a Hardee's like hamburger and he like beats the crap out of him?
No.
You never seen it? Yeah, no, it's weird. They like he like slaps the burger out of the kid's hand and it like cuts to the director and he's like, "No, Ronald, what are you doing? That's not in the script." And he's just like, "Yeah, well, I don't remember Hardee's being in the script." He just starts beating the crap out of everyone and they have to tackle him.
I've seen those ones where it's McDonald's. Ronald McDonald comes and like literally beats the crap out of people. I don't think those are commercials though.
No, I think this is a real commercial.
Well, this one was not.
I think it was like one of the last real Ronald McDonald commercials they did and they stopped using the character. I mean, think about it. Have you seen any commercials use Ronald McDonald?
No, they're done using him. They decided that maybe he's not the best image for the company.
Kind of made that decision with all their mascots. Like, they got rid of basically every. He was the last one.
Yeah.
They don't use the Hamburglar anymore. They don't use Grimace anymore. Like, they have no mascots anymore.
I guess I'm actually fighting the full Crusades myself now.
The graceful might of the Lord.
That's not even about the Crusades, you realize?
No, it's not. It really isn't. No, it's about the...
It's like the 1600s. It's an attack on the Vatican.
Yeah, the Swiss Guard.
Yeah. in like the 1600s.
Wait, hang on. They say that's one of those where they say the date.
It was 1642, I think.
I thought it was, wait, hang on. Hang on. I'm singing it in my head. Hang on. I was under guard of 42. That's what I was
You getting close there? So you're just like quietly singing to yourself over there in the corner.
I guess I'm trying to
Don't
get through it.
mind me.
I can't isolate it in my head. I have to find it like just by going through it.
That might be assassins too, with how they're jumping.
$15.27.
Oh yeah, that they do say
Finally, I
that.
found the lyric. I was screwing with you with the McDonald's commercial, by the way.
Oh, were you?
It wasn't a real commercial.
Well, I hate you then.
No, they never had Ronald McDonald beat the crap out of a kid on camera.
I mean, there's some pretty screwed up commercials out there. Usually not in the US, though.
Well, no, it's usually like Canada and French PSAs.
Or Japanese commercials. Those ones have no chill.
Oh, Japanese commercials. Japan in general, but yeah, those commercials, like, what was one of the, was it for the PS3? It's like they had like a little baby, like, in the white room just staring at the PlayStation.
I think so.
It weeps at one point, it's so weird.
Alright. I gotta go save these people. Oh. The ones that are left.
Ori, I'm here to save you!
Can I just run past these guys?
You can, actually. Run.
Apparently not. Apparently I have to kill everyone.
Oh boy, here I go killing again.
I've definitely killed more people than all these Templars combined at this point.
Jax, that's what it was. It's like the Ronald McDonald thing is a sketch from like 8 years ago.
Offering terms of surrender then. It's about time.
You misunderstand. It's Al-Mualim who sends me, not Salah ad-Din.
Assassin! What is the meaning of this? And be quick with it!
You've a traitor in your midst.
And he has hired you to kill me? Come to gloat about it before you strike? I won't be taken so easily!
It's not you I've come to kill. It's him.
Speak then, that I may judge the truth. Who is this traitor?
Robert de Sable.
My lieutenant!
He aims to betray.
That's not the way he tells it. He seeks revenge against your people for the havoc you've wrought in Acre. And I am inclined to support him. Some of my best men were murdered by some of yours.
It was I who killed them, and for good reason. Hear me out. William of Montferrat. He sought to use his soldiers to take Acre by force. Gagné de Naplouse. He would use his skills to indoctrinate and control any who resisted. Sabran. He intended to block the ports, preventing your kingdom from providing aid. They betrayed you, and they took their orders from Robert.
You expect me to believe this outlandish tale?
You knew these men, better than I. Are you truly surprised to learn of their ill intentions?
Is this true?
My liege, it is an assassin that stands before us. These creatures are masters of manipulation. Of course it isn't true.
I've no reason to deceive.
Oh, but you do. You're afraid of what will happen to your little fortress. Can it withstand the combined might of the Saracen and the Crusader army?
My concern is for the people of the Holy Land. If I must sacrifice myself for there to be peace, so be it.
This is a strange place we find ourselves in. Each of you accusing the other.
There really is no time for this. I must be off to meet with Saladin and enlist his aid. The longer we delay, the harder this will become.
Hold a moment, Robert.
Why? What do you intend? Surely you do not believe him?
It is a difficult decision, one I cannot make alone. I must leave it in the hands of one wiser than I.
Thank you.
No, Robert, not you.
Then who?
The Lord. Let this be decided by combat. Surely God will side with the one whose cause is righteous.
Oh boy!
If this is what you wish.
It is.
So be it. To arms, assassins!
Wrong choice!
Puisse le Seigneur me donner la force dont j'ai besoin.
Ah!
The time for games is intended.
It's done then. Your schemes, like you, are put to rest.
You know nothing of schemes. You're but a puppet. He betrayed you, boy. Just as he betrayed me.
Speak sense, Templar. Or not at all.
9 men he sent you to kill, yes? The 9 who guarded the treasure's secret.
What of it?
It wasn't 9 who found the treasure, assassin. Not 9, but 10.
A 10th? None may live who carry the secret. Give me his name.
Oh, but you know him well. And I doubt very much you'd take his life as willingly as you've taken mine.
Who?
It is your master, Al-Mualim.
But he is not a Templar.
Did you never wonder how it is he knew so much? Where to find us, how many we numbered, what we aspired to attain?
He is the master of the assassins.
Oui, master of lies. You and I just 2 more pawns in his grand game. And now, with my death, only you remain. Do you think he'll let you live, knowing what you do?
I've no interest in the treasure.
Ah, but he does. The only difference between your master and I is that he did not want to share. No. Ironic, isn't it? That I, your greatest enemy, kept you safe from harm. But now you've taken my life, and in the process, ended your own.
Still there, Lorax?
Well fought, assassin. It seems God favors your cause this day.
God had nothing to do with it. I was the better fighter.
Ah, you may not believe in him, but it seems he believes in you. Before you go, I have a question.
Ask it then.
Why? Why travel all this way? Risk your life 1,000 times, all to kill a single man.
He threatened my brothers and what we stand for.
Ah, vengeance then?
No, not vengeance. Justice, that there might be peace.
This is what you fight for? Peace? Do you see the contradiction?
Some men cannot be reasoned.
Like that madman, Saladin.
I think he'd like to see an end to this war as much as you.
So I've heard, but never seen.
Even if he doesn't say it, it's what the people want. Saracen and Crusader alike.
The people know not what they want. It's why they turn to men like us.
Then it falls to men like you to do what is right.
Nonsense. We come into the world kicking and screaming. Violent and unstable. It is what we are. We cannot help ourselves.
No. We are what we choose to be.
Your kind. Always playing with words.
I speak the truth. There's no trick to be found here.
We'll know soon enough. But I fear you cannot have what you desire this day. Even now, that heathen Saladin cuts through my men and I must attend to them. But perhaps, having seen how vulnerable he is, he will reconsider his actions. Yes, in time, what you seek may be possible.
You were no more secure than him. Do not forget that. The men you left behind to rule in your stead did not intend to serve you for longer than they had to.
Yes. I am well aware.
Then I'll take my leave. My master and I have much to discuss. It seems that even he is not without fault.
He is only human, as are we all. You as well.
Safety and peace be upon you.
I got disconnected for 5 minutes and this happens?
Okay, I was wondering if you were gone, yeah.
Yeah, my Wi-Fi literally just cut out.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, right now Discord set up like I can't actually hear any noises from Discord aside from people talking. So whatever you lost you, I had no idea.
I know.
I said get up, goddammit! Listen.
Well, you missed a big fight.
Oh no.
Yeah, I
Seems
can
your
tell.
assassin friends found us.
What?
How'd you do it, Desmond?
Hey, look, I don't know what you're talking about, but whatever's going on down there has got nothing to do with me.
They're here for you, and I sure as shit didn't invite them.
Asshole.
What's the situation down there?
We're taking heavy fire.
Can you contain it? Or do I need to evacuate the prisoner?
Only 5 or 6. We've got them outnumbered. Couple of wounded, but we'll pull through. We'll get it under control.
God damn you, Desmond. You couldn't leave well enough alone.
I told you I had nothing to do with this. How would I even contact them? Telepathy? Come on.
Doesn't matter. They'll be dead soon enough. Here, have a listen.
That's been neutralized.
Looks like the cavalry won't be coming.
Dunno, Doc. We're freaking out a minute ago. Your little research facility not as secure as you thought it was? Worried they'll be back with more?
I don't think so, Desmond.
What Lucy here is trying to say is that there aren't any assassins left to come for you. We've been very busy this past year, hunting down your little enclaves, your desert communes and whatnot. I'm afraid you're on your own. Rest up, Mr. Miles. Tomorrow, we finish this.
I'm pretty sure canonically tomorrow's the day he leaves, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
That does bring up a point, like have they said, like, he's telling the truth here? Like, because we've never really seen, like, what the full assassin presence in the modern day is.
We're just kind of meant to assume that it's just a couple of small... It's a decent amount of cells. They have a network across the entire world, but they're not... They're much more secretive and hidden than the Abstergo is.
Okay.
I mean, the
There's
fact
nothing...
is, they still exist in Valhalla, so...
okay. But there's no, like... There's no, like, council like there is in Unity.
No.
Earlier than usual, Doc.
I don't know.
I'd like to get this over with.
I think his dad
quickly as
becomes
possible.
mentor.
If you say so.
Huh.
Don't be so glum, Mr. Miles. Today is a historic day. One that will be remembered for years to come. Remembered by some of us, anyway.
I'm gonna just pee everywhere now, because I'm gonna die, and, like, what's the... what are you gonna do to stop me? I'm gonna be as difficult as possible now.
I quite literally shat the bed last night.
Because I know one of your goons are gonna have to clean it up.
And it was violent.
When I broke out of my room, I peed on your laptop. On your headphones. Really got it in there.
You put that in your head.
Mm-hmm. You put my pee in your head. Think about that for a minute, Doc. Think about it. He's thinking about it.
I'm in his head now.
I got to him. Even if I die today, I'll have one.
He'll always know that he had my pee in his head.
Alright, final stretch.
Hopefully I'll be here the whole time.
Whenever you're ready, just select the memory you'd like to visit.
You can create diversions with dead bodies.
What happened here? Where is everyone?
Gone to see the Master.
Was it the Templars? Did they attack again?
They walk the path.
What path? What are you talking about?
Towards the light.
Speak sense.
There is only what the Master shows us. This is the truth.
You've lost your mind.
You too will walk the path, or you will perish. So the Master commands.
It was Al-Mualim, wasn't it? What's he done to you?
Praise be to the Master, for he has led us to the light.
Why would Mualim wait until Altair, like, why wouldn't he wait until Altair is back to do this?
Like, to get him at the same time?
Yes.
Well, because he did try the apple on him before, and it didn't work.
Was that what he was going for with the, like, during the whole, like, it's just a piece of silver conversation?
That was he was trying to get a hold of Altair. Didn't work, though. Well, this doesn't bode well. Hey, Greg! Oh, no.
Oh, Greg. Combine this with, like, his return to Masyaf that you see in Revelations.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Ah! Oh my gosh! I'm gonna die.
Who knew these assassins were so good at killing?
Like, I don't think I've killed a single. I killed maybe one, oh, two. Take a more defensive stance here.
Well, as someone who has studied the blade, how is the sword fight? How does the sword fighting like look in this one?
Better than Valhalla. Like, the thing is, there's no accurate way to fight against a group of more than one person. If you're fighting two people, you throw the sword at one and run the other way.
Okay.
But it's decent enough.
Okay.
The fact that you don't see people getting stabbed in the face multiple times and still being able to fight.
Oh, our legs! Oh, our feet!
We didn't do this lesson yet!
We're still initiates.
You will not get away from me! Don't let him get away!
Oh, okay. Not even fair.
That was realistic.
Come on! Make my day.
Oh. Yeah, you better run.
And stay out! Oh. Hey, it's Malik!
I'm dying! Up here!
I don't know what happened down here.
They were like this when I got here.
Yeah. Listen to the other voice in my head.
You picked a fine time to arrive.
So it seems.
Guard yourself well, friend. Al-Mualim has betrayed us.
Yes. Betrayed his Templar allies as well.
How do you know?
After we spoke, I returned to the ruins beneath Solomon's temple. Robert had kept a journal, filled its pages with revelations. What I read there broke my heart. But it also opened my eyes. You were right, Altair. All along our master has used us. We were not meant to save the Holy Land, but deliver it to him. He must be stopped.
Be careful, Malik. What he's done to the others, he'll do to us given the chance. You must stay far from him.
What would you propose? My blade arm is still strong and my men remain my own. It would be a mistake not to use us.
Distract these thralls then. Assault the fortress from behind. If you can draw their attention away from me, I might reach Al-Mualim.
I will do as you ask, Dai.
The men we face, their minds are not their own. If you can avoid killing them.
Yes.
You know, like I did so well at.
The creed, it does not mean we must as well. I'll do what I can.
It's all I ask. Safety and peace, my friend.
Your presence here will deliver us both.
I always loved Altair's gangster walk. He's like, does the shoulder thing.
There are so many innocents. I must be careful not to harm them.
One of us. One of us. So are you doing that with, like, the apple? Because it seems a bit extra.
What's happening?
You like showmanship.
So, the student returns.
I've never been one to run.
Never been one to listen either.
I still live because of it.
What will I do with you?
Let me go.
Oh, Altair. I hear the hatred in your voice. Feel its heat. Let you go? Well, that would be unwise.
Why are you doing this?
I found proof.
Proof of what?
That nothing is true. And everything is permitted.
The earth is flat, Altair.
Destroy the betrayer. Send him from this world.
Oh, all my targets.
This is our vaccine, Altair.
It's all my targets.
I have seen the future, Altair. He turns himself into a pickle. Funniest shit I've ever seen.
Oh. I want to think that was Garnier that said that as I killed him. I'm curious as a combat system to watch, how does this one hold up?
Oh, to watch it? No, it's very janky. Like, I'll watch people who, like, tone it down to a point where they never even get hit once, and it's still very, very janky.
Face me! Or are you afraid?
I have stood before 1,000 men, all of them superior to you, and all of them dead, by my hand. I am not afraid.
Prove it.
What could I possibly fear? Look at the power I command.
Like, yeah, I mean, like, I don't, it doesn't look like there's any real finesse to their movements, or, like, or anything. It just kind of, like, it just kind of looked like they're swinging the swords with no real, like, objective.
I've been more just like focusing on Altair. Is this like, is this a more cinematic combat system or less than later games, you think?
I think less.
Dude, the last guy just tried this.
No. Isn't the last guy just the same guy?
Yeah. Ah! Come on. Come on.
Come on, come on, hit me. Oh, my future cell children.
There goes Desmond.
There goes.
Oh.
I forget, did Altair have, like, I guess he would have had to. Like, how many kids did Altair end up having?
2.
Have you any final words?
I believe, at least 2.
You lied to me.
Is it one of them killed?
Goal foul, and all along it was yours as well.
I've never
I think only
been
one
much
son
good
survived.
sharing.
You won't succeed. Others will find the strength to stand against you.
And this is why, so long as men maintain free will, there can be no peace.
I killed the last man who spoke as such.
Bold words, boy. But just words.
Then let me go. I'll put words into action. Tell me, Master, why did you not make me like the other assassins? Why allow me to retain my mind?
Who you are and what you do are twined too tight together. To rob you of one would have deprived me of the other. And those Templars had to die. But the truth is, I did try. In my study, when I showed you the treasure. But you are not like the others. You saw through the illusion.
Illusion?
That's all it's ever done. This Templar treasure, this piece of Eden, this word of God. Do you understand now? Red Sea was never parted. Water never turned to wine. It was not the machinations of Iris that spawned the Trojan War, but this! Illusions! All of them!
What you plan is no less an illusion. To force men to follow you against their will.
Is it any less real than the phantoms the Saracens and Crusaders follow now? Those craven gods who retreat from this world that men might slaughter one another in their names? They live amongst an illusion already. I'm simply giving them another. One that demands less blood.
At least they choose these phantoms.
Or do they? Aside from the occasional convert or heretic?
It isn't right.
Ah, and now logic has left you. In its place, you embrace emotion. I am disappointed.
What's to be done then?
You will not follow me, and I cannot compel you.
And you refuse to give up this evil scheme.
It seems then we are at an impasse.
No, we are at an end.
I will miss you, Altair. You were my very best student. Blind, Altair. Blind is all you've ever been. All you'll ever be.
Eagle! Does the Eagle Vision work here? I guess not.
Oh, there it is.
My blade sees for me, Amual. It cuts through the darkness.
There he is.
Yep.
Hey, what's the point of making yourself disappear and everything if you're just gonna keep glowing?
That is a question. Also, why does he keep hitting me with that same move? I want to have a good sword fight with this guy.
You're kind of stupid, old man.
You're an assassin?
Yeah. I'm old. Oh. How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
Like Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
Did you ever have a set of that?
I think I did. Or at least I had access to one for a long time. Like
Did it like work?
Well, that's a different question.
Impossible. The student does not defeat the teacher.
الشيء واقع مطلق بل كل ممكن.
So it seems. You have won then. Go and claim your prize.
You held fire in your hand, old man. It should have been destroyed.
Destroy the only thing capable of ending the Crusades and creating true peace? Never.
Then I will.
We'll see about that. I applied my heart to know wisdom, and to know madness and folly. I perceived that this also was a chasing after wind, for in much wisdom is much grief. And he that increaseth knowledge.
Okay, so where have games been in here so far?
Destroy it!
Australia?
Destroy it as you said you would.
Not just... We know there's an apple in Egypt.
I can't.
There's one on Island of the Sky. There's the vault in US.
I saw Greenland. Or was that Iceland?
What?
I saw like there was something in either Greenland or Iceland. I can't remember which one it is.
I don't remember either. I think the large one's Iceland.
Then Iceland.
We've got it.
Yeah, up there.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, when did we learn that Leif Erikson was an assassin?
We don't, but I mean, we found some sort of a temple up in the Arctic and Road.
What the hell was that?
Well?
We've got the map.
How many?
At least half a dozen.
We don't need them all.
We should assume some amount of decay. I can't imagine they'll all still be functioning. At least 2 appear to reside on land masses that no longer exist.
We'll dispatch teams to each site and determine viability. We only need 1, after all.
What about the rest?
Collect them. Let's not leave anything to chance. Last thing we need is some damn survivor making trouble for us in the new world.
And the assassin?
We have what we need. Kill him.
Wait. You know how these things work. I doubt we'll be able to walk right in.
What's your point?
We might need him. His memories. I'd recommend we hold him until we have confirmation that there aren't any surprises waiting for us at the sites.
This is a waste of time.
You said it yourself. We shouldn't leave anything to chance.
Very well. Ensure we have no further need of him, then kill him.
Fine.
I'm right here.
Stop undermining my authority.
I just saved your ass.
Let's go. We've got a lot of work to do. Don't get too
Appreciate
comfortable,
nothing.
Mr. Miles. We'll be back for you soon enough.
Oh, suddenly I'm here. Suddenly I have a name.
I'm not just the assassin that you're going to kill.
What the hell is that?
He just looks up. It says, "Your mom."
If you can read this, this is written in P.
Yeah. He's like, I knew I got the idea from somewhere. Oh
Okay.
wow, he really had to go that
Yeah.
day.
Okay, so canonically, this was Subject 17's blood, right?
Maybe?
That is a lot of blood. Yona.
Like you use it. It says D's. He closes his eyes like D's what? Opens them again. It says D's nuts.
And thus,
oh my god,
we end AC1.
Looks like, is that blood?
Yeah.
The hell were they keeping here before me? And what happened to him? What does it mean, I wonder?
To be continued.
Weren't these games supposed to, like, when they were being released, weren't they supposed to coincide with, like, the Mayan prophecy of the end of the world?
The first Crisis, yeah, which was ended in AC3, which came out in 2012.
Right.
It did lead up to the December 21st. So yeah, but it did never even mention the Mayan. Like, it's not like a Mayan thing. It was more of a the Mayans might have gotten it, but it's a larger thing caused by the sun.
Right.
Which we'll get to in AC2 and season games.
I personally had a theory for a while that they didn't have a story written after that. Like, they genuinely thought the world was going to end.
I don't know, it was that. I think the original writer, he hadn't planned anything after 3. Or at least what he planned after 3, they already said they weren't going to go for.
Okay.
So, everything after 3 was not the original creator. It just so happened the Black Flag was also one of the best of the series on its own, so...
Yeah.
Alrighty, well...
Alright then.
Well, thank you for joining me for this one today, Lorax.
Of course. Thank you very much. Yeah, sorry for just blacking out there for a little bit.
No, you're good. I was just surprised that you were... I was just surprised, like, he said nothing. At a pretty important scene. Huh.
Yeah, no, literally, like, my Wi-Fi just stopped working for some reason.
Yeah, no problem. I mean, the other day, Zeke had to go very randomly at the end of the broadcast, like right during the assassination. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, no, if you want, I'd love to join on more of these.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm considering when I honestly don't want to wait long to start 2.
Yeah.
I know I can't do it yet. When's your thing done this evening, out of curiosity?
I have to be there at 8:30, and we're probably not going to go much later than 9.
If you're down, I might send you a message when I start it. If you're down, because that's today.
Maybe.
So.
At that point, my dad will probably be in bed, so I wouldn't be able to, like, carry conversation at that point.
Yep, no problem. Well, I'll definitely invite you to another one, though, because this is fun.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah.
Anyways, for anyone that choose to tune in and watch my very totally professional playthrough of Assassin's Creed 1, thank you.
The ramblings of a madman.
A multiple madman. You met my friend group now. We're all weird, all a bit weird. But if you manage to get through the game, that means that you're just as insane as we are. So, thank you for joining. I'm going to end the recording now.
Alright.
Everyone have a great night.